Hey, what is going on, everyone? Mundane Mad here, otherwise known as Mad Jarbo. I don't really know what name to go by these days. It's kind of whatever it is. It's kind of whatever it's going to be, I guess. But yeah, I'm just hanging out tonight. It's 10:21 p.m. Just got back from running a bunch of errands, and I got the hankering to do a stream. No real reason, nothing that I am 100%, like I don't know, crazy to talk about or whatever, more along the lines of just kind of hanging out, looking to see who's around, looking to see who's up, looking to see who's chilling this midnight hour. Well, it's this 10:30 p.m. hour. It's midnight somewhere, right? On the central time. Central time it's that, I guess. I got no fucking idea. What's going on? Nice to see me live again on YouTube. Yeah, I know. I just felt like coming on here. I'm gonna be doing more streaming over on Twitch on a more official capacity, but I figured I would just come on here and hang out and go from there. So what's going on, Accelerator? How are you, buddy? Your boss just got arrested for pot and stolen guns. What do? You find out where the rest of their stash is, and then you offer to quote unquote hide it, especially the pot. Screw the guns. What's going on, Lieutenant Dan? A tree, you're all the way from Australia land. Ooh, how's life down under, eh? I don't know. That sounds more like New Zealand than it does fucking like a fucking Aussie. Hold on, hold on, wait, that, that's not a knife. This is a knife. That's not a knife. That's a spoon. I see you've played knifey spoony before. That's the best I got right now. My throat's kind of been acting up on me, so I can't do a lot of other shit, but it's pretty good. So Tree, you want to stop, you want help to stop becoming an alt-right Nazi. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do, sir, is you're going to want to not say the 14 words. You're going to want to make sure any and all swastikas you own are burned. You're probably going to want to make friends with someone that's a different ethnicity. I know, a lot of people out there would say someone who might be of Black descent or African descent. Black descent sounds so horrible. Of African descent, I would argue maybe like someone who's Asian, just because it's something different. I have not seen Barron's interview with a liberal Democrat senator. Is that an American one? Is that an American one? I don't know. I haven't watched Barron in a while. So, Melanie Voss, what the fuck? Holy fuck. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Melanie Voss. So you're going to have to fill me in on what you mean by that. What the fuck? Holy fuck. Is it that I'm live or is it that I don't know. I'm not too sure. Thoughts on the SCOTUS pick? The only thing I heard about Kavanaugh, is that his name? I think that's his name, right? Like Bobby Kavanaugh. I got no idea. I really haven't been paying attention tonight. Tonight's been all other shit. I heard like he's the type of guy who like won't indict a sitting president, which is why Trump picked him. So there's that. Yay, I guess. I don't know. Like everyone's all talking about like abortion and shit. I'm all like, is he anti-abortion? Is he pro-abortion? Is he just neutral on abortion? Like, hey, kind of like come, c'est la vie, such is life, right? Did that coat hanger do its job? C'est la vie. Like, who knows? Who knows? What the hell happened with Anita and me? Okay, I'll talk about that one here in a minute. There's a lot of wrenches. I give them out if you're good, spamtastic. Now, if you want a wrench, you gotta be good. So late night stream. Ari Saka. Yeah, I haven't done a stream in a while. Do I know that Brett Kavanaugh opposes net neutrality? Does he? That's lame. Let's see here. Happy birthday, Matt. Well, damn it, Daniel. My birthday was like 4 months ago, 3.5 months ago. A little late, but I appreciate it. So back to normal. What do you mean horror punks back to normal? So, I don't, yeah, I mean, everyone's freaking out over Roe v. Wade. I'm just like, I have no idea. I have no idea. The swatters got arrested. Flame, are you referring Are you referring to the swatters who got the guy killed in Wichita? They got arrested. Yeah. No, mine haven't been. Um, the people who swatted me haven't been caught. I have no idea who they are. Did I hear about TJ's house? I did. That's unfortunate. I did put the thing out there. My charity live stream one. If they want to do a charity live stream, I'll totally jump on. He's saying happy birthday to you. Clearly good. When are we going to secure stone blades? I see that you are always the same. So, horror punks. I go in. Look, here's the thing. I completely agree with you about I switch things up. Okay. But the thing is, no, I'm sticking with one video a day on this channel. This stream is not going to be, I'm not going to fucking save the stream. The stream's going to just be unlisted. Maybe Cognitive Thought will fucking find it and clip out a part of it he likes again. Maybe this time had some transformative work to it. Who knows? Anything can happen. What it is with me is I get like really super fucking crazy over shit, right? And it's just because like I keep forgetting that there are certain months out of the year where YouTube will just, like they act a fucking fool. So in April was a bad month because in April they changed the algorithm in terms of how they shared your video with new people as well as your own audience. On top of that, you had it being tax month. So ad rates were down. People weren't spending as much on ads. And because people weren't spending any money on anything. So there was that. And then also it was the first month of the second quarter. So you had, that as well. People had a budget for the first quarter. So they had to like figure out their new budget and shit. So April was a terrible month for earnings across the board. And I got freaked out just because that's how I always am. I always freak out in April. It's really stupid. And then then I was doing like the 3 videos a day and shit again. I went to VidCon and I talked to probably like the number one YouTube consultant at VidCon. And he was like, just do 1 video a day, do it like Philly D and like do it for a month. I did it for 2 weeks and like the views were just like tanking and tanking and tanking. And so that's why yesterday I clipped out the one segment. People were asking me to cover the story that I already covered, but no one had seen it because nobody went and watched that video. Although I figured Chris Brown on the thumbnail would have gotten some more attention. I was wrong. And so that video's gotten 3 times the amount of hits that the other one got in a day versus like 3 days. So yeah, it's clearly 1 video per story. And I'm just going to try to keep it to 1 per day. Like today, oh man, there was a lot I wanted to talk about today. The Anita thing was a thing. That came out of the blue. I was sitting there with my girlfriend, eating dinner. And like, I just checked my phone and all of a sudden it's like Anita Sarkeesian, people talking about Anita Sarkeesian. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And then all of a sudden I'm looking at it like, oh snap. She finally acknowledged me. That was kind of some validation shit right there, guys. You have no idea. You have no idea. Like we're talking 6 years we've done this little dance. 6 years she's hated me. And it took me reaching out to Ryan Johnson to explain Gamergate. And she lost her shit over that. I didn't know she was that big of a Star Wars fan. Something else we have in common. Do my girlfriend and daughter know that I'm a misogynist? Oh yeah, horrible misogynist. They completely know, obviously. How many times did I cry? Ah, man. None. I feel like maybe I should have cried, but I didn't have the tears in me. Unless you count like weeping from another part of my body, but that's also just... No, wait, that sounds really bad. I was going to make a cum joke, but it sounds more like a discharge joke. Let's go with a cum joke. I was masturbating. There we go. All right, there you have that one. Okay. You get that image in your mind. Anyway, it was interesting. Yeah, she fucking like called me a misogynist, fool, a harasser, and a stalker. Those are pretty funny things. Am I going to cover the Anita story? I might cover it tomorrow. In connection with Ryan Johnson and Gamergate and that, like, I'll probably tie it all together. So like Ryan Johnson, Comicsgate, Gamergate, Anita, and then my response to Anita. So, what if the Emoji Movie was like Sausage Party? It'd be a better movie. So, Matt's the ultimate misogynist. Why do feminists hate him? You came over from a gaming stream with Monkey in it. Oh yeah, he's doing the State of Decay 2, right? Him and Satsu. Phil Farkley, have I seen your GameCube wires? I have not, sir. I'm sorry. So what's going on, Gatorades? How are you, man? So you're out of the loop, so I'll make the video. I will make the video. Am I going to see Skyscraper? Yeah, I'm going to see Skyscraper. Yes, I'm going to see it. It looks so dumb, and quite frankly, that is so what I want right now. I just want a dumb movie. What I want is Skyscraper, but like straight up like it's okay. It's Ross and Thurber as a director, the guy who did We're the Millers, a Central Intelligence from 2 years ago. And We're the Millers was great, but Central Intelligence kind of sucked. So I'm a little bit worried about it, about Skyscraper sucking, but at the same time, it's Die Hard in a fucking building. So, I'm gonna see it. So am I excited for any games coming out in the next year? Oh yeah, there's a ton, man. Fucking Spider-Man, Battlefield for the multiplayer, not for the single player. Just so we're clear on that one. I never play the single player in those games. So it's not like I want to play as like fucking Katniss Everdeen, but with one hand and a fucking sniper rifle running around World War II with my fucking Braveheart face paint on. That's not what I'm about, guys. So FIFA Battle Royale mode confirmed. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Red Dead 2. So there's that. Is Die Hard? Yes, the Carnophage. Yes, so Die Hard is in a building. I am aware of that. Die Hard was in a building. That's the whole point. Have I been enjoying the heat wave? It's not so bad here. Actually, it's like fucking 65 degrees outside right now. So I live in the Northwest, baby. We don't get that hot, but we get cold as a witch's tit. Let's see here. Here's something you've been wondering. What last name does my daughter have if my girlfriend aren't married? We hyphenated her last name. We hyphenated her last name, and if we decide to get married, then we'll change it over to my last name. So that's kind of like the fucking, that's like the bait on the table. My girlfriend's like, well, if you want to get married and have her have your last name, then that's what it's gonna take. And I'm all like, no, I'm good with the hyphenate. I just don't like marriage, man. I'm just not a fan of marriage at all. Am I a cat or a dog person? I have 5 cats, so I'll let you do the math on that one. How was Ant-Man? It was good, man. It was good. It was almost like unneeded though, right? It was like totally unnecessary to like everything else that's gone on. It's a very self-contained story that it's fun, but it's also very middle of the road and takes like no risks. So I don't quite know, like it's like a one-time watch unless you're watching it with like the other Ant-Man movie. Am I going to cover Steve Ditko's passing? I'm not actually. I rarely ever cover people's deaths unless there's someone like who meant a lot to me. Like if Kevin Smith, when Kevin Smith passes, hopefully not for 30, 40 years or longer, then that will be a thing. Steven Spielberg, Harrison Ford, those guys, like Harrison Ford, man, fuck. You think I wept when I got my wept when I got my silver play button, man? Harrison Ford goes, I'm just going to be like, I can't do that anymore. Cause that man is a fucking saint. A fucking saint. Can Ryan Johnson kill the Grimace? Nothing can kill the Grimace. So anything crazy going on in the movie industry? I don't know. Lando Calrissian's back in Star Wars Episode 9. That was announced today. The rumor was out like 2 weeks ago, and then today came confirmation. What do I think about the game World War III? I don't know about that game. So Mr. Maestro, I'm amazed by how much you work. Been subscribed for 2 months. I definitely think your channel is great. Thank you very much, sir. Which is better, TFA or TLJ? TFA, in my opinion, is way better. RJ, would I want to meet Harrison Ford? Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I'd like to meet Harrison Ford. Let's see here. Not to troll, but can I play the Sabu theme song? I don't know what that is, Latoya. I'm sorry. What is the Sabu theme song? I don't know what that is. Do I think the Me Too movement will implode on itself? Not for a while, man. They've got like $20 million for their Time's Up like legal defense, so they'll be around for a while. Am I excited for Ghosts of Tsushima? You know what? I am, man. I am. I wasn't too sure until I saw the E3 stuff, and it looks pretty dope. So let's see. In Brazil, if you can prove you've been living together for 3 months, it's considered a stable union. We don't have that here in the United States anymore. They got rid of common law marriage, Simone. Let's see. What if Harrison Ford turns out to be a giant douchebag like Patrick Swayze was? Look, Harrison Ford is old enough to warrant being a douchebag and it being okay. So, but I think he'd be all right provided I ask like the right questions. Like what was Kelly McGinnis's boobs like? I think like that would be all right. Was Kate Capshaw a cunt? Like, like that kind of thing. Did you want to just, did you ever like do anything mean to Short Round? Uh, you know, how was Dan Aykroyd in that one cameo appearance, Temple of Doom? Uh, you know, what was it like to make out with Melanie Griffith before the crack cocaine? Like questions like that. Let's see here. Sabu is a professional wrestler. I have to check it out, Latoya. Do I think Solo would have been done better if they slowed down, took more time making the film? I think if they would have, yeah, I think they should have pushed it to Christmas and then they had more time editing it. I still liked it though, but if they would have waited a year, it would have it would have had less of a stigma from Last Jedi attached to it. Let's see here. Let's see. I should probably raise my kids to be white conservatives because whites will be Jesus fucking Christ. Let's see. Your new kitty's trying to eat your arms. Help. Nope. Let the kitty eat your arms, man. That's how it goes. So T-O-P-I, you haven't missed much just talking. What's going on, Willie Woodward? How are you, man? Long time. ECW. Oh, Jesus. What are you gonna say? NWO? That what we're gonna do now? No, isn't that what? Didn't ECW? Didn't that come out of NWO? I don't know, man. Like I haven't like paid attention to wrestling in 20 years. Let's see. Did I hear about the article in the BBC put out for Trump's visit about he perved on teenagers in the 80s and 90s? No, that wouldn't surprise me. So secular talk. Hey, it's fake Kyle Kalinske. How are you, man? Long time no see. Long time. You used to be here all the time. What's going on? How are you? NWO is WCW. Oh, okay. I don't fucking know, man. Don't turn my back on the Wolfpack. Sure. That's exactly what I'm not gonna do. Not gonna turn my back on the Wolfpack and shit. Do I still like Bill Maher? Yeah, I still like Bill Maher. Do I watch wrestling? God, no. Do I think SJWs will ever go away? God, no. No. Alex Jones to the Supreme Court. Listen, Sergeant Buck. Alex Jones should, okay, I would argue one reason to put Alex Jones on the Supreme Court. One reason. And that would simply be because it'd be fucking funny. Right? Like Justice Jones, we need a deciding factor on what to do about the water levels in Flint, Michigan. You put the chemicals in the water, turn the freaking frogs gay. Vote against it. Like I can't do an Alex Jones. My voice is too fucked up. Let's see. What do I think about Daniel Logan being the new Boba Fett? I think it's like he's age appropriate. What do you think about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? I don't mind her. I don't mind her at all. Like I'm not a democratic socialist, but the thing is, I do believe that we need to find a way to invest into human capital and find a way to like reinvest into people, like education and healthcare and things like that, because you can't have a prosperous workforce if they're sick or they're uneducated. That's one of the reasons why people go to Walmart and it's like not like a summer job. It becomes a fucking career. Same thing goes for fast food restaurants. I mean, people make a career out of that shit. It's one of the reasons why you'll go there and you're like, why the fuck is a fry cook fucking 45? Oh yeah, that's Bob, man. Bob used to work for Toys R Us. He just closed down. Now he's here because the benefits are slightly better. I mean, sure, you got to clean out the grease trap and you go home at night wanting to kill yourself, but still it's better than unemployment. That's where we are right now, I think. Let's see. Will I make a video when Stan Lee and William Shatner pass away? Probably. Do I think that Battlefield 5 single player could be good? I mean, like, maybe. I got no idea. It could be all right. Do I think the Rad Dems will vote to confirm Trump's Supreme Court? I mean, they just need the 2 votes, I think, to like block it, to block this Kavanaugh guy. I mean, that just depends. If they get down to 50-50 split, then Pence is going to come in and fucking, like give the deciding vote. Like that's the only thing Mike Pence does. Mike, as far as I can tell, when it comes to Mike Pence has done one thing as fucking vice president, and that was just the confirmation of Garland, right? That was what he did. Like they were split down the middle. So would I rather have a job that pays shit or no job at all? I mean, you got money, man. You gotta make money and shit. Right. So like, yeah, I've had shit jobs. I got some buzzing through the mic. That can happen. I don't know what's going on. It goes away. It's It says XLR. I might need a new cable. I just bought this fucking cable too, but it's a 20-foot cable. So I might need to order one that's a little bit on the shorter side. So oh, is DeVos okay? Do I think Republicans will win in 2018? I actually don't. I don't think they're gonna lose as many seats. But I don't think the blue wave is 100%. So there's that. I think like there's a lot going on. There's this new movement I was reading about called what's it fucking called? It's called like swing the left or swing to left or something. And it's really interesting in terms of activism. So what they're doing is they set up like these contested districts, right? These ones that could swing. And they basically have people from neighboring districts go to that district and like do fucking campaigning there. And then they raise money and it goes into an escrow account. Sorry. And then whoever wins the primary gets the money, right? So it's not like going into individual candidates. This is going into the party. And it's just interesting shit. It's like they've raised fucking $4 million in California. And so that's some interesting stuff. I just want what's his nuts out? What's his name? Devin Nunes. I want Nunes out the fucking door. That lecherous little fucking cunt muffin. That fucking douchebag. God, I fucking hate Nunes. Oh my God, he's a fucking lapdog. No balls, no spine. Oh, Mr. President, here, I got something from the White House. Let me give it back to you after this press conference to make it seem like it's more important than it is. That fucking guy. Fuck that guy. Also, like, what's his name? Daryl Issa from California. He's a senator. He's quitting too, but he's fucking made like millions being a senator. You need to get money out of politics, man. Straight up. Do I watch the DC live action shows? I need to. I'm so far behind. I'm like 2 seasons behind on Arrow now. Or I mean on The Flash and Legends. I haven't seen Black Lightning, but I've heard it's pretty good. What do I think about X and how will it affect Y? Well, it's interesting when you look at on that particular diagram, of the I got no idea. Let's see. SJWs turn social justice into a religion. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Do I think the Russian investigation will ever end? It will eventually end, and I don't know what the results are going to be. I think I've already come out. I know I've already come out and said this multiple times, but I'll just reiterate it. I don't think anything is going to fall back on Trump. I think it's all going to fall on like Don Jr. and Jared's feet. And that's going to end up being like what happens. I think there was collusion, but I don't think Trump like got close to it. So, thoughts on cloning? I guess I'm kind of okay with it. Like I'm okay to clone pets and shit. And then it's like, I mean, but just imagine like a black market cloning facility. It's like, hey, I've got Alicia Silverstone's DNA from 1995 when she was 18, nubile and clueless. Do you want to fuck that? Well, yeah, obviously. Be like $200,000. Ooh, shit, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like it's. I don't know. I think people could use it for some pretty nefarious shit. Now we got the CRISPR stuff, the genetic re-editing. That's going to be interesting. So let's see here. Thoughts on lesbian and TERFs attacking the LGBT? What, TERFs are always just like the worst people on the planet. They're just the worst people. So cloning a pet is just weird. That's, it's not a big deal. Cloning a pet's not fine. How do I feel about clowning? I think it's a legitimate profession that a lot of people look down on, like prostitution. Cloning just seems like you're playing God. I think we all think about how often we play God. No. Legitimately think about this. Someone's walking across the street. They're just walking across the street, jaywalking, or that doesn't matter. And you're in a vehicle. And if you wanted to, you could probably run that person down. You could kill them. In that moment, you are effectively playing God. Morality, goes out the fucking window. But in that moment, you have a choice. You can let them live and go about their life. You go about your life, or you can kill them. In that moment, you are somewhat playing God, because they don't know it, because God is omnipotent and we never fucking see him. But how many times has that been a thing? So arguably recreating pets is like, I mean, if you look at it from a religious aspect, at least in terms of like this, like the value of a sin, the only thing that's sinful that like, are the only, like every sin is, this is how I was taught it, at least, is every sin is equal. and every sin is equal, and except for blasphemy. So if I say God damn or Jesus Christ or you know what, like I like to, I don't know, fucking whatever, fuck on a fucking crucifix or some shit, like whatever blasphemy. That's like an unforgivable sin, but everything else is like the same value level for sinning, which is just a little weird to me, to be honest with you. If I were governor of California, what would I do? If I were governor of California, I would tax the fuck out of casinos. To be honest with you, I tax the fuck out of casinos. Because fuck them. That's why I used to work for them. I'm not a fan. I think those are more of a blight on society than a lot of shit. I would definitely figure out a way to invest in better public transportation inside of San Diego specifically. Like there's a trolley, which is really nice, but like their buses are crap. Um, I don't know. Maybe more strip clubs. I'd legalize prostitution if possible. If possible. What do I think of Nancy Pelosi? She gotta go. She gotta go. Pelosi gotta go. Can I take a look at the Leon Valley, Texas mass arrests of you? Gentlemen, can you send me that mundanemat.com/submit? Do I think Canada could become a U.S. territory? No, they're not going to do it. Let's see. Yeah, Tia, I actually ran for governor back in 2003, so 15 years ago. Would I allow the three Steve referendum? What is the three Steve referendum? That's pretty funny. Let's see here. Okay. If sin is equal across the board, hold on. If sin is equal across the board, that's why religious people in against homosexuality is dumb. I don't know, man. People, dude, fucking religious people, and if there's people here who are religious, I'm sorry, I'm going to say something that's going to offend your sensibilities, but man, they're fucking flip floppers. They pick one rule like that. It's a golden rule. He who has a goal has the rules or makes the rules, and what might be for thee is not for me, sort of thing. It's so much hypocrisy. Was Schwarzenegger a good governor? Like people said no, but honestly, I was like, stop paying attention. I really did. Like, I really did. I was going to college and shit, man. I fucking I wasn't in it at the time. So Anita throwing shade pretty hard. Yeah, I laughed at that too. That's why I'm all like, I just kind of sat there, looked at my girlfriend. I'm all like, huh, Anita Sarkeesian blocked me on Twitter. And my girlfriend's like, I thought you were already blocked. I'm like, yeah, but on her personal account, I've been following her for months. Like, no big deal. Like, no one cared. She was even tweeting about Luke Cage season 2 last night, and I was casually responding. She wasn't responding to me, but it's like she clearly would have known that I'm there, right? She clearly would have seen that like I'm responding. So it kind of came out of the fucking blue. So there's that. I'm just saying, it's like that was fucking weird. And then I just made the joke. I'm like, well, I finally after 6 years, I got validation. Cthulhu for governor of California. Why not? Better than fucking whoever we got now, Governor Moonbeam, Jerry Brown. Jose M, $2 super chat. Thoughts on the release the Snyder Cut movement? Has there been a fucking thing? Okay, Jose, have you seen the fucking the petition? Have you seen what's happened with that petition? It is bad. All right, so check this out, guys. So there's a petition, like 178,000 people for Warner Brothers to release the Snyder Cut. It got a lot of attention, got a lot of fucking mocking from people in the media and shit. But like whatever, right? Like whatever, who gives a shit? But the thing is, the fucking homeboy who made it keeps posting these diatribes, like seriously, these diatribes about like fucking like against feminism and against Muslims and shit. I mean, it's like a huge ass screed, and it's like really, really, really out there. It feels like, and he was the reason why he's posting it is simply because he asked for like $4,000 to like make a documentary. He was like, I need $4,000 in order to buy all this gear. And I looked into it, and the gear would have been like $12,000, and I'm like, I know what I've spent on my gear, and I know what my gear can do. Your gear, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just, 4G. He wanted like a fucking dolly and a jib. He wanted a fucking crane. He wanted a DSLR. He wanted like a wireless audio and shit. I'm all like, dude, I could fucking package you like a decent audio kit for like fucking $4,000. Asking for like 4Gs to buy all this other crap. Like, you're just not gonna like. I mean, you could do it. I mean, I could do it for way cheaper and shit because I know what I actually know what I'm doing. This guy, I don't think he knew what he was doing. So, no, I can see you, coach. You're fine. You're here. So I'm just saying it's like so stupid. But this guy's out there like, I mean, like, there's the fucking. I should fucking like find the shit. It's so bad. It's just this guy is, and that's not the first time he's posted. He's posted it multiple times. This huge screed, and then what is it? Yeah, so no, the movement itself, I support it because I want to see it. It will, I don't think we're ever going to see it like the assembly cut, but that'd be really cool. Be a better Justice League. It'd be really funny if people actually saw it and they fucking loved it, and they were like, "Why wasn't this what we saw?" But then again, Warner's had a fucking firm release date, and they didn't want to move from that release date, so they hung to that release date, and as a result of that, we find ourselves in the position we find ourselves in. Hey, thanks a lot, Coach Ripple. Yeah, I have a lot of fun doing those, man. I do have a lot of fun doing those. Probably more fun than anything else because I just kind of like sit here and like talk into the microphone. So it's actually a lot of fun. I enjoy those a lot more. I just need to think of like topics. That's the problem. You burn through your topics so fast. So I'm just gonna do them as they come along. Even Grace Randolph has weighed in on what'd she say? Do I know a good place to get YouTube biz advice? Well, Willie, what are you trying to do? What's going on, Underhaven? How are you, buddy? Am I a fan of Maxine Waters? No, I'm not a fan of Maxine Waters. What do you think of MGTOW? I think MGTOW is, like, honestly, I get the reason why dudes go MGTOW. I do. I understand it. I get why they go MGTOW. I understand what they want to do. I mean, the concept of like, I mean, think of it like this, and I don't think the statistic is as what the general pop culture version of it is, or the popular consensus of marriage is like 51% of marriages end in divorce sort of thing. It's not a true statistic. It's down to like 30% or some shit. But either way, it's like still a fair amount of divorce. And those are just people who get married. Never mind long-term relationships that fail, right? Or men who enter into these relationships, men who grow up with a single mom. Like, and don't get me wrong, I grew up with a single mom too, and shit. Like, my mom is great, but it's like I do feel in some cultures they put this over. Some women put this overemphasis on the son, and I feel like they put them on this pedestal, and it's like this pedestal that they're never going to be able to like have a very normal functional relationship, because a lot of it is they don't have a dad to balance it out, right? A dad to like teach them how to be men, how to provide, how to be parts of society and shit. I think I think the moms do their best, but I think they get in their mindset over it. And I think that those men, I would guarantee, I think a lot of MGTOWs are from single parents, to be honest with you. I really do. Again, I have no fucking data to suggest that. That's simply just my theory. But they go out there and they meet these really shitty women. And those really shitty women or they have an expectation that they put on these women that aren't shitty, but then they ultimately in their mind become shitty, or and they get taken advantage of. I think a lot of them get taken advantage of. I think a lot of them end up in these very toxic, horrible relationships that just give them this anger, this negativity towards the opposite sex, and then they go online and they're like, why am I angry? And they come across MGTOW. And like, oh, but the concept of MGTOW is kind of cool, to be honest with you. It's like fucking no wife, no girlfriend. You live your life the way that you want. You do what you want. I mean, the best thing, here's the thing. I think if prostitution was legal, we would see more men going MGTOW. We would see more men going MGTOW, and they would just be like, fuck this shit, I'm out. And I kind of don't blame them, given how society has been treating men. And it's not that men like, oh, well, like it's not men, it's boys. It's this new generation of boys where it's like, I read all these articles, and maybe, you know what, I'll be honest here. I'll be fully transparent. It's possible that my opinion is tainted because I tend to just see these types of articles. But when you see articles where it's like, they want, the boys are hyped up and they have energy, and so they think that they're ADHD, so they pop them on a Ritalin, and then they're told like, boys are bad, boys are evil, and you have predominantly, younger teachers, younger age, elementary, primary school age teachers are predominantly female. And if they come out of liberal arts colleges, who knows what that's going to fucking take them. I mean, again, this is like, I got no data for any of this shit. I just feel like based upon what I've read is, okay, just, I guess look at where things are right now, especially with colleges. With colleges, you've got, 2/3 of attendees are women, right? 2/3 of graduates are women. And then they literally have the audacity to come out and say that that student loan debt is sexist because more women are in student loan debt. I'm not even fucking kidding you. But think about that. Men are being left behind in education. Men are being, and then the jobs that men would have gone to school for, or whatever industry, maybe they would have gone to trade school for these industry type jobs, manufacturing, textiles, and these jobs are now being automated or shipped overseas. So the men in our country, are mostly being left behind, and it has everything to do with just a paradigm shift in regards to technology and the way that the way that our society's gone. Whereas women, when they go in and they get these degrees that deal with, like human resources or administration, the type of day-to-day paperwork stuff that's needed in order to run these facilities with the automated plants that no longer have human, i.e. male employees working there. We get maybe this level of resentment that comes out of it. And that could be a thing as well. I mean, I'm probably several factors into why someone goes MGTOW, but I'm just going to say, and this is just my opinion. I think we would end MGTOW. I think we'd end a lot of shit if really the nuclear family just returned. I really, really, really feel that. And it's not always going to happen, but I feel like because the way like maybe pop culture treats it is like it's like who you're with is never good enough. It's always looking for that next big thing. It's keeping up with the Joneses, right? That's that mentality as well. And I think a lot of people tend to go down that path. And I think they look for reasons to end their relationships. I do. We have the stigma on mental health in this country. That stigma keeps people from going and seeking help. And I think that even revolves couples counseling, relationship counseling. And that stigma ends up hurting more people. If we were to sit there and nurture those who wanted to go and seek treatment and not make it a taboo thing, we might be able to save not only lives, but relationships. And therefore, you can say mitigate the ripple impact that toxic relationship might have on the younger kids, who then carry that as baggage with them into their own lives down the road. Which is a really long way of me to say, like, I don't have an issue with MGTOW. I kind of get it, but I just went on this whole fucking diatribe about it. So, yeah, that was a long one. I apologize for that one. Would I go see a Darth Jar Jar movie? Fuck yeah, I would. I would so go see a Darth Jar Jar movie. That would be fucking cool, man. I'd be very happy to go see a Darth Jar Jar movie. It'd be a lot of fun. Be good times and shit. Because it would keep that guy from like fucking maybe committing suicide, which is sad. That was sad. I felt really bad for him. I felt really, really, really bad. That's a long one. No, I'm not. I'm just like, I went off on a tangent, coach. That's what I'm saying. Not that I'm apologizing for what I said. I went off on a tangent, which is the whole fucking point. What do you think of the walk away movement? I watched that dude on fucking Tucker, and I'm like, are you a paid fucking shill? Like, that guy to me came across like the most paid motherfucker I've ever seen on the show. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like his arguments made sense because I kind of feel very similar in some respects, right? Like as of what I was just talking about, but like it just felt like the way he framed it, it's all like, like the left hates men. It hates white men specifically. It's like, that's kind of true. I mean, in some respects, that's kind of true, but this, the way he presented it, it came across like a fucking infomercial. Like Tucker Carlson and this guy teamed up to fucking sell this hashtag walk away in order to take away votes from the fucking midterm. It's hysterical to me. It's hysterical. I don't know. I mean, I think we do need to get away. We do need to move away from the two parties. But the downside to it is Republicans don't have a viable third option or second option. So they're going to stay where they're at. They have no reason to not be Republican, right? Because, it's like feminism. It's a fucking religion. But the left, though, the left splits up all the goddamn time. It's really like more people, I think, are politically fluid depending on the issues, and more people are centered. But because we have such this really crazy, like bombastic, tribalistic situation going on in this country right now, it's just nuts. It's fucking nuts. And it's like, you can sit there and tell people, hey, fucking like pay attention, but they're not going to. That title made me think it was on X videos. That's right, man. Tucker is getting to be a bit hyperbolic. He's always been kind of hyperbolic, but he needs to keep the ratings high. You like the walk away videos uploads? Oh, I'm sure. The thing is, the people that are being who are embracing it, I feel that they are legitimate in embracing it. They realize that the party has left them behind. The party has left them to do whatever the fuck. The Democratic Party has left behind the moderate left. Let's be fair. All right, I'm a registered Democrat. Right, it's ridiculous where they've gone. I hate where they've gone. I don't find myself siding with the right, but like I very much find myself going like I want there to be a big split, which is one of the reasons why I like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. While I don't agree with every bit of her politics, I like the fact that she came in and she upset the status quo. Meaning, if Nancy Pelosi wants to maintain her fucking seat in a couple months and she wants to keep her, well, she probably will because they're not going to run a Democrat up against her in that district. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to do it, but someone could. After Ocasio-Cortez came in there, someone could easily go and completely upset Pelosi by going like, "Do you like seeing a mummy in the House of Representatives?" Because the last thing we want is Pelosi to be Speaker of the fucking House. The last thing we want, and since that one dude that Cortez Alexandria booted out is going to be out in a few months, he's not going to be Speaker. That was the whole thing. He was rumored to be the next Speaker. He was like the number 4 Democrat. And so it's like he's out. So who's going to take his place? Oh, here comes Nancy. I'll do it. Don't twist my arm. I'll do it. That's all it is. It's all power play and shit. She ain't going to fucking leave. She should leave, though. There should be fucking term limits on that shit. It makes no goddamn sense to me why there's no term limits on being a senator or being a congressman. I understand that being a representative, like they make the laws. Like I understand that having like maybe a little bit longer, but it's like the senators get a 6-year term, right? They get 6-year terms, give them 2 terms, bam, done. That's it. You get 12 years. If you can't fucking solve your shit by then you clearly have not been able to do shit. I'm sorry. You don't need these like fucking 8, these 4-term fucking senators, 24 years. I mean, come on. People just vote because they know the goddamn name. And fucking term limit that shit. And you know what? That's pissed me off too, because Trump said this right after the election. He was like, he did a 100-day speech and he was like, term limits. And I'm all like, you fucking stick to that. And he hasn't mentioned it since then. Don't get me wrong, though. To be fair, Obama said a lot of things during his initial campaigning in 2008 that I was 100% behind. He didn't even fucking mention again, right? Everyone's all like, Gitmo, close Gitmo. But he said one time, he says, I'm going to do away with the Military Commissions Act of 2006. And I'm all like, fuck yeah, I will vote for you if you fucking get rid of that shit. Right? The Military Commissions Act of 2006 was probably one of the worst things George Bush did. It really, really, really did. It did away with our writ of habeas corpus. This is basically, as far as I know, how it works. This is what happens. So let's say, for example, the Department of Homeland Security suspects you of being a terrorist. That's right. You just a terrorist and shit. They think you're that. You're not a terrorist. You're just some idiot who sits at home, plays video games, smokes a lot of pot and masturbates. That's it. Right. And you end up going and, you get busted for something. You go to the wrong site. You jerk off to some fucking ISIS porn, maybe, whatever. They grab you on suspicion of being a terrorist. What they do is they say, you're not an American citizen. We can hold you indefinitely because you don't have rights. And you're like, but no, I am an American citizen. And they're like, no, you're not. I'm like, no, I can go prove it. Let me go get my birth certificate. Yeah. Under this new Commissions Act, we don't have to do that. And they basically take away your right to prove that you're an American. All right. And it's like, this is the thing. This is the thing is like, this has been around for 12 fucking years. 12 fucking years. And like, no one talks about it. No one even brings up the Patriot Act anymore. That was a huge fucking thing. You passed this bill in the middle of the night that nobody fucking read, right? That completely changes the security landscape of our fucking country. Oh, right. Yeah. But everyone hates it like a year later and they vote it back in again. I swear to God, we're people in this country, like they get mad, but you know what? You can't get mad on Facebook. You can't get mad on fucking Twitter. It's not going to do anything. You got to fucking vote. And it's not just voting, every fucking November and shit every other year. Oh, for your congressman or your representative or your senator or your fucking, president. You got to vote fucking city council. You got to vote like mayor. You got to vote, you got to vote local elections. Local voting is where it's at. And it's just like a lot of people don't do it. And I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm not perfect at it either. I forget a lot. I do. So there's definitely all that shit. Um, so okay, let me just bring this up here right now. There was a couple chats there, couple super chats I passed by. I want to make sure I get to them. Is this the one? This the page, the window? Let's see here. God damn it, it's not. It's stupid. Okay. Let's see here. Willie Woodward, $2 says, Matt, you're cool. Couldn't think of a question. Well, thank you. I like declarative statements myself, indicating that I am of awesome descent. Flame says, today is your 3rd anniversary being a YouTuber. Hey man, congrats, dude. I'm really happy for you, man. Fucking, 3 years, man, is tough. 3 years is I just hit 3 years going full time, man. So it's like, and I didn't even go full time till I was 3 years. So you know what, man? Like, keep kicking ass, dude. That's all you, man. What's my opinion on compulsory voting? Australia has compulsory voting. Let me take a look at what that is. I want to Google that, make sure I know what it is. Let's see. Refers to laws which require eligible citizens to register and vote in national and or local elections. Hold on. Bring up the Wikipedia. I know. I'm a horrible human being reading Wikipedia. Okay, compulsory voting refers to laws which require eligible citizens to register and vote in national and or local elections. Effective compulsory voting imposes a penalty on citizens or constituents who fail to get. Wow. You know what, man? I'm not gonna lie, and this is probably gonna be like a really unpopular thing. I'm kind of all for that shit, but at the same time, I don't want people voting because they feel like it's mandatory to vote. Like like that's the problem with voting is like it's a choice. It's a choice. That's all it is. I don't want it taken away. That's the whole thing. We have freedom in this country, but I like the idea of making it mandatory. You know what? Here, fuck this shit. You know how we make this better? Let's split the diff to an extent. Let's split the diff. You know what you do? You fucking make the goddamn voting take place on a Sunday, right? Not the second Tuesday of fucking November, but a goddamn Sunday, right? You do it on a weekend. You don't do it on a fucking midweek day. Or if you're going to do it midweek, you make it a fucking holiday. You make it a holiday so people can go and they vote, right? Or you do it online and you make it easy because you have a secure system in place. But we don't have a secure system in place for that shit. So there's that. I said I like the idea of it, of compulsory voting, but again, I don't want the freedom taken away. So yeah, your votes are on weekends. See, this is why Australia, you guys also got like fucking better healthcare than us too. Yeah, fucking holiday. It'd be good if it was a holiday, man. It'd be good if it was a holiday and shit. What do I think of the movies in 2018? You think it's been a good year compared to 2016, 2017? Dylan, let's see here. 2016 has some pretty good things. 2017 summertime was pretty decent. Wonder Woman, War for the Planet of the Apes, Spider-Man. What else came out last year? Some good shit there and whatnot. This year's been pretty good. I feel like this year's had, this year's halfway over, right? We've had some good movies, but last year you had like It came out. It was dope. Fucking, what was the other one that I saw that was good? The Dark Tower. I'll catch flack for that. I've never read the book, but I thought the movie was fun. Also Kingsman Secret Service, which I really enjoyed too. What I think of the senators in Washington, I've only lived here a year, so I don't know much about them. So you are a human being, Carbon Programmer Guy. Good. I'm glad you are a human being. Stone Bleeds, I will not accept Satan, and you can take that and shove it up your ass. Willie Woodward, $5 here. Super chat, saying, you want to do, I wanted to do with my YouTube Biz animated series and sell merch action figures. Well, dude, the thing is keep making them, man. Like if you can do YouTube animated content over current political situations or social situations, you will find yourself with an audience that might be willing to donate via Patreon. And then you could also get a 3D printer and print out those merch figures. So I would look into that. I would look into that. And then also $5 super chat here from Man Thanks saying, what's my opinion on idiocracy? Are we becoming less smart because of lack of reproductive control in lower class society? Oh, dude, no. Oh man, it's not the Bubba walking out saying, I'm gonna fuck all y'all. All right. Although I fucking Jesus Christ, that's a good one. For one, I love Idiocracy. I think it's one of the best comedies ever made. Not because of how true it is, but because of the absurdity of it. And you could see it possibly being true, right? Well, like every time I walked into Costco yesterday, and every time I walk into Costco, here it is, fucking 11 years past Idiocracy coming out. And I walk in, and if I worked at Costco, I would constantly say, "Welcome to Costco, I love you." Every single time if I was working the door at Costco, you would just see a Kevin Smith lookalike saying, "Welcome to Costco, I love you." Time machines in the back to the left. People wouldn't get it. Some would. I'd also probably be fired for harassing the customers. But the point is, it's a great movie. But I do think that we are becoming less smart. And it's not that, I mean, I think, okay, ultimately people are getting smarter because we have access to technology, but it's the utilization of the technology for educational purposes that we're not necessarily doing. So our skill sets are changing, right? But they're not necessarily adapting to what's going to take us to the next level. I do actually fear for this upcoming generation when a lot of things are automated. What are they going to do for work? I mean, not everyone can be a cam whore, or can they? That's a question. That's a question. So let's see. Do I think most SJWs use social justice as an excuse to harass others? Um, I think they hide behind it. I think they hide behind it. I think the more radical somebody is, the more bigoted they are. Right? Like I can admit that I've made mistakes in regards to Anita Sarkeesian, and I plan on recording a whatever later on that will be covering that. I'll go through the whole 6 years, and I will definitely not come out looking very good because I've made a lot of mistakes. But I do feel that it's good to get it out there and just kind of be done with it. It may bite me in the ass later on, but you know what? Fuck it. Like I stand by this kind of shit. As I said on Twitter, I don't hate Anita. I think she does what she does for money. And I think she's good at it. And I think that a lot of people don't treat her with the respect that she deserves to be treated with in regards to the game and the hustle that she plays. But don't hate the player, hate the game, right? But you got to know that game. You got to know how you put that through. And a lot of people fucking don't. Jose, $2 super chat here. Watch song on Artico by Left Foot Media. All right, hold on. I'm just gonna fucking bring that up. So I can check that out afterward. So we're good there. Let's see. Did I hear about South Australia starting a war on marijuana? Why would you start a war on marijuana, man? That shit is fucking good. You are Tim Pool. I love the alt-right. Shut up, fake Tim Pool. I like Tim Pool a lot. Let's see here. Trailington, the Cape Rat, asks, "Hi, Matt. Okay, you're not a furry, like at all. How do you know?" That's like, what are you making assumptions for, Trailington? However, how do you feel about the slight growth of the furry fandom? Like, here's the thing, man. I will rip on you for yiffing. I will rip on you for wearing a fursuit in the middle of summer. I will rip on you for going to a convention in Vancouver, British Columbia entitled Vancouver, because for one, it's an excellent pun. It is an amazing pun. It is a wonderful, awesome pun, and I love it. I do love it. I shouldn't love it, but I do because it's so fucking funny. At the same time, no, I'm fine with it, man. People are going to express themselves in different ways. If furries are getting a little bit bigger, that's fine with me. I don't really care, provided you're not like rolling up in windowless vans with free candy scrawled on the side, looking for trolling a schoolyard. We're all good. What you do in the privacy of whatever the fuck it is you do it in, I don't care. And provided everyone's of age and consent is given, I'm totally fine. If you wanna have assless chaps and get railed by a fucking zebra that hasn't washed in 3 days, by all means, let Greg get behind you and have a lot of fun. It's cool with me. Let's see. Sergeant Buck here says New Zealand already a war lost to giant birds. Do I think the Aussies can beat a plant? Wait, what is the war lost to giant birds? Are you talking about Lord of the Rings? What are you talking about, Sergeant Buck? Let's see here. Thoughts on the UKIP membership by Count Dankula and Paul Joseph Watson? It's wasted because Nigel Farage is coming back to UKIP. They've been in turmoil since he left. Farage is coming back because of the Brexit shakeup. Now that Boris Johnson's out, it's gonna, if Farage comes back into play, Sargon, PJW, and Dankula will have no political party to take over. And the thing is, I kind of like their idea of it too. I still think Paul Joseph Watson's a fucking moron and would end up making it all about him. But Sargon, I still have faith in, and I love me some Dankula. So there's that. Look up the Emu War. Okay. the furry fandom are better than SJWs. You know what? I will say this, Rachel. The furry fandom, totally accepting. Because quite frankly, they fucking fursuits. So who are they to judge? Who are they to judge? Right? But what I want to know is, does anyone in a fursuit ever cosplay as like someone like in a normal human outfit? Think about that one. You can't barrage the frog exactly. Let's see here. You like the hoodie, but if I make one, zip it up to the black skull on the back. Yeah, Fry guy, I got to go in and retweak my my Teespring store. I got to add some more some things on there. I got to go in there and do it. So it's not the case. I don't know. I haven't watched a Sargon video in a while. I just haven't got around to watching his stuff. But I'll check out. Can you link me that Crowder thing? Not on here, but like send it off to my website. Felicia Hardy or Mary Jane? Ooh, man, I've always been more like, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, like, look, here's the thing. I love me a redhead. Okay. I got a thing for like crazy redheads and shit. But Felicia Hardy, who doesn't like a blonde that steals things? Right. I'm just saying, but I guarantee you Mary Jane is just like, she can take it, she can just really take it. We're talking 50 Shades of Grey on acid, like deep web red room type shit. She could take. So okay, Gatorade says, I'm seriously about to quit making videos and try growing my audience. What do I do? Okay, so here's the thing, Gatorades. Don't quit making videos. If you want this to be your full-time job, don't quit making content, but slow your content down. My problem is I get addicted to work. I do. I work a lot. But I also grip and grasp to maintain, and that's not always good for growing anything. So as a result of that, I would focus on cultivating the audience that you have, get to know them, host live streams, get them into a Discord, talk to them, engage with them, and they'll be pretty loyal. Garrick, have I ever been on the dark web? I have. I've gone searching through Tor. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that shit. Let's see here. Hold on. I can't check out this. What link are you sending me? Massive fan of Noya Dog. Oh, what is this one here? Rob. Okay, I'll have to. Oh, the agenda of 90. I've been hearing about okay. Fuck. Let me address this right quick. Okay. Let me talking about the fucking Naughty Dog, because I know what this is all about. It boils down to two fucking words. One man, Neil Druckmann. That's the entire thing. Here's the deal. Druckmann or Cuckman, really, let's be fair. He's a guy who has his ideas, and I don't always agree with them. But here's the thing: is the dude is a fantastic writer. He is a fantastic world builder, and I like what he writes. I do. I like what he writes, and I'm so down for like The Last of Us 4. My complaint though with Uncharted 4 had to do with the lack of action scenes, because it didn't seem quote unquote realistic. And I'm just like, dude, you fight fucking like Nazi zombies, and like 1 and 2 had, people who ate from the tree of life, and they were like blue and could survive, and they were strong. And, I'm just saying, like, the fantastical elements are in this game. So when you've got a good shooter mechanic, which is what they had revamped the new shooter mechanic, or upgraded the one from The Last of Us for Uncharted 4. You figure they would have, done a little bit better. They didn't, though. I don't know what's on that one. Thanks a lot, Rattlesnake. I'll check it out. I'll check it out later on. Let's see here. Thoughts on pedophiles calling themselves maps? Oh, fuck me. Really? Minor attracted people. That sounds like they fuck dwarves, dude. Like they're just, it kind of sounds like that. It's terrible though. So no, I know that the dark web is just it's an archive, but people don't go to the dark web or the deep web, for an intellectual discussion. They go down there to find the crazy shit, because the crazy shit's been popularized. Let's see. Do I think the harassment of some of the people that work with Trump is deserved? You know what, Jeffrey? Like, here's the thing, man, is these people are ultimately doing a job. and they have a boss, and that boss is our president. And, like, going after them for every little fucking thing is ridiculous, right? Like, it is. I think that going after them while they're trying to eat dinner, when they're off the clock, is just dumb. And I don't agree with it. I don't agree with Maxine Waters pulling that shit. And it really bothers me that this is where the left is going. However, it is kind of working because Scott Pruitt was confronted and he quit the next fucking day. But the next person who's going to take over is arguably even worse than Scott Pruitt. So did we win? I don't know. Henry Dorset, $2, €2, saying, oh, fuck, God, it's in German. Ich schreibe nur auf Deutsch dich zu I haven't spoken German in forever. Hold on. Let me Google translate this shit. All right. I only write in German to confuse you. Well played, sir. Well played. I attempted it though. Let's see. Do I have any advice for high school since you're going to be going to your freshman year next year? So wait, you're only a freshman? Ah, dude, you got plenty of time to build an audience, man. Focus on school though. Get an education, right? Get some experience. That'd be it. Let's see here. Where do I want videos to be sent? Ankle, whatever, the black, mundanemat.com/submit. What are my thoughts on the John Green since you hate Hank Green more? I don't really have a thought about John Green, to be honest with you. Let's see, hold on. What do I think about people using the internet from China fighting back by creating terms like white left to attack SJWs? I haven't heard of that, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, my German's pretty horrific. It's been a while since I've spoken German. Do I think the Community movie will ever be made? No. I also don't think that we will see 70 more episodes of Rick and Morty. Tracy, I'll be on for like another half hour or so. Any thoughts on the Wayward Sisters Supernatural spinoff? You know what, real talk, I never really got into watching Supernatural. It's not for me. So there's that. Thoughts on the Friends feature returning to YouTube via the desktop? I don't know what that is. I also saw that YouTube is investing $25 million to fight fake news. Can they just like give that money to me? Because like I'll fight fake news. I'll fucking fight it anywhere you want me to fucking fight it. Right. I wouldn't take 1,500 to go fight someone in a fucking live stream for an hour, but I'll take 25 million to see. It's really all about how much money there is. That's what it boils down to, guys. Am I of German descent? No, dude. Oh no, I am actually. I am, but it's like a long time ago. My family's surname was originally back in Germany. We were known as, we were Reichman because we were Jews, and then we moved to Europe to England and changed our name to Richmond, and then somehow some French got thrown in the fucking mix, and we ended up in Canada. That's weird shit, man. So I think the prominence of SJWs will fade into obscurity in the beginning of the 2020s. Well, here's the thing, Oliver. In the 90s, we had this big PC thing, right? This huge PC movement in the 1990s, very similar to where we are now, but way fucking worse. Okay, and we beat it down. Like took it out back, and we bludgeoned it with like a spiked bat. However, we fucked up. We didn't kill it and then defile its corpse to make sure it doesn't come back. We didn't do any of that. We thought that it was done. Here comes the Chappelle show. Dave Chappelle on TV dropping the N-bomb. Everyone's laughing. Everyone's having a good old time. It feels like that level of like real fucking, like just like saccharine comedy is on its way out. The very like light-hearted, tippy-toe comedy. I don't want to offend your sensibilities type comedy is on its way out the door. Because we're getting like raunchier South Park, we're getting raunchier movies, right? Look at a lot of the comedies that came out in the early 2000s, and then around like 2011, 2012 roll around, and then it just hit this fucking snowball, man. It hit this huge snowball, and ever since then it's been crazy. It's just been crazy. So I don't know. I think we're gonna beat it down. But we're gonna have to make sure we kill it. I think we're gonna have to. Yeah. Oh, my Keeney. I did see Anita's reply. It was funny. She didn't even have the cojones to quote tweet me herself. She had to screenshot that shit. But that means she was checking me out. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm not saying she's like stalking me or nothing like that. But She bookmarked my page. She watched me, boo. She watched my videos. She watches my videos. I guarantee you that one. Let's see. What do I think of AT&T's Watch TV? I don't really know what that is, but I fucking despise AT&T. So I'm already going to tell you that it's not going to be good. All right, let's see. Watch TV, a new way to stream entertainment. Okay. What does it do? What is Watch TV? Watch TV is a new AT&T product to stream and watch video through your internet connection. Wow, that's new. I haven't been doing that for the last fucking 10 years. Watch TV has more than 30 live channels, more than 15,000 shows and movies on demand, 72-hour rewind option, and music streaming. Again, I mean, that's cool, I guess. You can watch and stream TV on your iPhone or iPad, Android smartphone or tablet, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, desktop or laptop with Chrome Red browser, or a Roku. Well, I've got a Roku, and I've also got an iPhone, and I've got an Android, and I've got your mom. Let's see here. Things to consider. Your internet data may slow down when network is congested. If you get the AT&T Unlimited More plan, your streaming video quality will be similar to DVD, about 480p. But that shouldn't be a problem when you're watching a show on a small screen like your smartphone or tablet. If you have the AT&T Unlimited and More premium plan, you'll get 22 gigs of high-speed data per line each month. Plenty to watch high-definition shows on a large screen. That is horseshit. You have any idea how many gigabytes I fucking use watching on Netflix? Holy shit. I am surprised Comcast has not sent like a stop out of my house. Like, what are you doing? Stop taking up so much bandwidth, right? It's like, I mean, so 22 gigabytes a month. Dude, that's like fucking like 4 movies and shit. Fuck this. Fuck AT&T, their DSL. Oh, God, I hate them. Let's see here. If Kristen Lacey, hold on, wait, what? Kristen Lacey? Let's see. Did I hear Anita's theme song? I did not. Hold on. Okay. I guess I'm more of a Verizon fan. I have T-Mobile, but I got to represent. If Kristen Lacey can happen, why not Matt and Anita? No. But I will say though that Kristen Lacey are a very cute couple, and Lacey is wonderfully adorable. And she's a huge fan of my daughter, which I thought was fantastic. She was all like, "Your daughter has a big fan in me." So we're friends on Facebook, and she likes photos of my kid all the time. Let's see. The Friends feature has returned, and it's part of messages. Plays PM. Oh, okay. No one ever messages me, so that's fine. Let's see. Because the thing is, no one I know on YouTube, none of us YouTubers, right? Quote unquote YouTubers. We none of us communicate via the PM feature on here. It's all like, "Yo, are you on Twitter? All right, let me DM you." Or are you on Insta? You on Facebook, Snapchat, Discord? It's like everywhere except YouTube. Marry, screw, kill. Alinity, Tana, or Brie Larson. Oh, I probably would marry Brie Larson because she's got money. She's got that Marvel money now. And also she won Best Actress, so she's got money from that too. So a long career. I mean, her feminist politics, whatever. It's good couple banter. This is a hard one because I want to kill both Alinity and Tana. I think I'd probably screw Alinity and kill Tana. Just to put the world like in balance. Do I have an Instagram account? I do. It's at The Mundane Matt. Have I ever heard of Dr. Alfred C. Kinsey? The Kinsey scale? Yeah, I know the Kinsey scale. I don't know where I sit on it though. I don't know. Whatever one is straight. I'm not saying like, I'm rigid. I like vagina. Vagina. Like a euro. Let's see. Mind if you pasted your friends and bike link to chat? What do you mean? Let's see here. Do I think Hillary will run again in 2020? Oh God, I fucking hope not, man. Like I really, honest to God, hope not. I just think that we are so much better off if she is not running. Right. I think if I just oh man, like I mean the thing is, okay, let's be truthful for a hot second. What if, for example, Hillary was to run again? Okay. She wrote an entire book called What Happened, which we all know the answer to. It just needed to be 2 words written on the fucking book. Michigan and Wisconsin. Like that's it. But she would have learned from her mistakes now. So I would argue that they are pushing an exploratory committee through in order to see whether or not it's viable for her to run, right? Like she's in her 70s, or she's going to be in her 70s pretty soon. Trump's in his 70s, Bernie's in his 70s, Joe fucking Biden is in his 70s, Elizabeth Warren's in her 70s. All the people running in 2020, if there is going to be a big amount, are going to be all in their 70s. That's it. They're all going to be in their 70s, you know? And so that's the thing. It's like, I don't think I don't think she's gonna run. I hope not. She's gonna die. Thank you, Anna Maria. I love your honesty for complimenting me about my honesty. Wink. You hope Hillary runs again, so it's an easy win. The thing is, if Hillary runs again, it's not going to be an easy win. She still had the popular vote, and all she had to do was fucking campaign in Michigan and Wisconsin. It would have been a different story. The election boiled down to 77,000 votes. See, people like to look at the electoral map. They go, look at all that red. Like a girl had her period all over the United States. It's red, right? I'm just saying it's like, but it's still boiled down. You break it down, and it just was those three states: Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. Which Wisconsin traditionally goes blue. Michigan should have gone blue. Pennsylvania is a swing state, could have gone either way. And all things considered, even Jill Stein's 2.2% in Florida, if that wouldn't have been there, it probably would have gone to Hillary, putting Hillary over. So if Hillary would have campaigned differently and not thought she was entitled to the throne, then she probably would have won. And she could think about that coming back in for another ride. She could easily look at that and go, maybe I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'm gonna do it. But the thing is, nobody wants her to do it, though. There's a huge resentment against Hillary Clinton, so it's gonna be there. Like all of her past fuck ups are gonna be there. Everything is still gonna be there. The internet never forgets. But Bernie Sanders, on the other hand, now that motherfucker, he gonna run. He gonna run. And I don't think he's gonna make it to the primaries, but he gonna run. I'll tell you that much. What do you think about people who go online and troll for the Chinese Communist Party? That's great, man. Yeah, Tony, I agree. Hillary was too arrogant. I agree. Would I go to a college or a trade school? I'd go to a trade school. What about Biden in 2020? I think Biden's going to be a thing. It's not so well. Like, I don't really blame Sanders for like taking them. Like, I don't even know if they really took, if he really sold out. I've people say he bought a house, but that's a whole contested issue. What is my opinion on the Young Turks? I'm fucking better than them. And you guys can't see me smiling really like stupidly and grinning from ear to ear. I think I'm better than some of them, sure. But no, I watch the Young Turks. I do. I watch the Young Turks. I watch Kyle Kalinske as well. I think part of it is they're a YouTube news show, and they put out content. They aggregate content, and I just watch it. Honestly, the two main stars are Cenk and Anna. And there's that. Like, I kind of want to see the dumb things that Cenk's gonna say next, and I kind of want to see how Anna Kasparian is gonna get all super self-righteous. It's a weird kind of guilty pleasure, but if they're not on, I don't really watch. Same with Alex Jones. If Alex Jones is on InfoWars, I'll check out InfoWars. But if I go in there and it's Owen Schroyer, ugh, fucking murder me. Owen Schroyer. Jesus, that guy. That's the motherfucker, by the way, who really pushed Pizzagate in Alex Jones's ear, by the way. I'm not kidding you. It was all Owen Schroyer, right? He was out there going like, it's totally real, you guys. He probably thought this was going to be his Benghazi. This was going to be his on the ground reporting. We're going to go and undercover this child sex dungeon. Doesn't exist. I feel like somewhere Aiden Paladin is waking up in a cold sweat and going, Matt. But no, it doesn't exist. It's a fake thing. And so it's really funny to watch that shit play out. No, the thing is, Chelsea, if Bernie, I don't think Bernie's going to run as a Democrat again. So it's just, I think he's going to go third party, say, fucking give it a shot. Let's see. Do I think the mainstream establishment culture promotes destructive habits to further promote their own agenda? Yes. Let's see, do a video. I don't really do video responses anymore. Have I heard of Christian Weston Chan? Yes, I've heard of Chris Chan. Who hasn't heard of Chris Chan? Um, Rattlesnake says, here's the thing. You have to admit, the Pizzagate emails were definitely in a code and they were up to something. I do agree with that it was very much a code. Okay. But I don't know if that it was the pedophile code. I just feel like it's a little too convenient to try to label it as such. But it definitely was like, oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let's actually try to break this down to maybe some Occam's razor shit. Okay. Maybe it was the pedophile code. Maybe because someone just Googled it and like, oh, it's in the FBI database. Like, no one's going to look at this thing. No one's going to see these emails. And this is our code for it. And then somebody's like, oh shit, we really fucked up. We took the same code that pedophiles use, you know? Like what was it? Like, you know, the logo, that fucking triangle and a triangle and a triangle and whatever. Jeff Holliday's got that tattooed on his arm too. The first time I saw that shit, I gave him so much crap for that because he's like, I know. He's like, I know this image came from a band or something. He's like, I'm not a pedophile, but like it's been used against him so many times that it's been there. But I do believe it was in code for something. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't an underground sex dungeon for children underneath a pizzeria with what they deemed to be like the 26th most powerful man in Washington, D.C. Like, it was such a fucking stupid thing. But you know what? And like, people believed it. Owen Schroyer, I'm Owen Schroyer, gets out there and fucking pushes that shit. Like, here, InfoWars is full of shit when they did a video titled Pizzagate is real, like in 4 exclamation points talking about it. And then they ended up, changing it to like Pizzagate is real, parentheses, here's what we know, which indicates it's not real, you clickbaity fucks. Right. And then like it was the dumbest fucking shit. So stupid. So stupid. It just, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I got into it on Twitter the other day. There's this, okay, I gotta tell you guys this. You guys will get a kick out of this one, right? What documentary is 2 hours long? Hey, what's up, Dark Beast? What's going on, buddy? How are you, man? So here's okay, so check this out. There's this guy, I'm not even kidding you. His last name is Seaman, right? David Seaman. Seamen, not Semen. Just want to be clear. People know that his name is David Seaman. Now, he used to be a Huffington Post contributor, or he worked for them or some shit like that. And he wrote a blog post about how Hillary Clinton had failing health, because she did. I think she did have failing health during the election. Right. Well, HuffPo, very left leaning. They were like, no, fuck you. And they booted him out. Right. Now, David, not the most mentally sound person out there, in my professional opinion. And by professional, I mean not at all professional, but just my opinion. The dude's kind of a nutter. Okay, so then he gets it in his head that, like, the left is out to destroy him, that he was on to Hillary Clinton, blah, 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 blah. Then here comes the Podesta emails. Here comes this Pizzagate conspiracy. And holy shit, he has not come up for air in like a year and a half. I mean, just imagine like what it would be. This is the kind of guy, like, this guy found like the best tasting pussy ever, and he has not come up for air. And it's a drug for him. And they never prove anything. He has literally held Pizzagate rallies in Washington, D.C., like protests. Like 20 people showed up, but they came from around the goddamn country to protest these children being abused in a place that didn't have it. Like, that's how crazy it is. So now he got run off of YouTube. He got run off of Twitter. So he's over there now on BitChute and I think like DTube and these like, these kind of like alternative platforms and whatnot. He's still running videos out there and shit. Fucking does one every single day. He's like calling John Podesta pedophile constantly. I mean, like, we're talking some seriously libelous stuff here. Not just his, it's not saying like, it's my opinion that you diddle children. It's like, he's like, no, you diddle children. And so it's clearly defamation. And so, like he's on Twitter, and I found his Twitter, And it's under a new thing now where they're trying to be this like legitimate like online news source, like they're trying to be the next Infowars, and it's all Fulcrum News, right? Hey, happy birthday, got a good man 4. I hope you're having a good one and shit. You go whatever. I don't know how old you are, but I hope you're old enough to have like sex, and then you should go have it. If not, masturbate. But anyway, so he's got this video, and I call it out too. I kind of give him a hard time on Twitter, and then whoever is running the Twitter account responds back by saying like, "Watch this video," and like they link this like Truth About Pizzagate video, and it's fucking terrible because there's nothing in there. There's no information in there. And the immediate video that they uploaded following it is literally this dude that believes in reptilians, who believes in reptilians. I'm not kidding you, and goes around preaching that reptilians exist. Talked about David Seaman, and he's all like, yeah, this guy gets it. He's like, I sat down with David Seaman for like 2 hours and I laid it all out, and David gets it. I'm all like, that's on you. That's right underneath your fucking thing. Like the autoplay goes right to the lizard guy, says that you get it. And you're telling me that you're all the way there. It's not. He likes to sell cryptocurrency and gold and things like that. He uses it he has a base of people, from what I've seen, that fund him in that particular fashion. So he keeps these conspiracies going, and it's sad. It's really, really, really sad. 1-to-1 odds that Lando's being brought in to be killed. I don't think he's gonna die. I think Lando's gonna live. So let's see. How is Stan Lee doing? Stan Lee is doing okay. He's finally away from people that were taking advantage of him. You sit down with Seaman daily. I'm sure you do. What do I think about the newly elected Mexican president? He's a polar opposite of Trump. He's like the anti-Trump. He wants to pardon cartel leaders who've murdered thousands. The thing is, Jose, I understand why Almo wants to do that. Like, I get why he wants to do that. That is a horrible idea. If I was Almo, here's what I would do. This is seriously, if I was a president of Mexico, this is seriously what I would do. I would go to Trump and I'd say, listen, you want your wall? You want your wall? Here's what I need from you. I need you to send your troops down to my country to clear out the cartels, and then I will fucking co-pay for that wall. That's what I would say, straight up. Straight up, right? That's what you do. You go, all right, you want to build that wall? You want to block us from going up there? Then help us make Mexico great again. Bring your troops here. Let's drone strike some cartels. Let's take out the Sinaloas. Let's take out the New Generation. Let's take out the fucking whatever the fuck those guys are called. We'll take them all out because they already know where they all are because they're fucking open about it, right? Those guys are already up there. They're already open. My Lyft driver back to the airport in Los Angeles, him and I got into a full conversation about cartel leaders and cartels in Mexico and shit. And and like fucking, they don't hide. They don't hide at all. They don't bring the troops in, fucking drone strike them, take them out, clean them up, and then just fucking end it. But they won't do that because there's too much money in drug trade coming up here because our fucking DEA. Patreon/Monday Matt, damn straight. MMGA make Mexico great end. That's right. That's right. They have like 5 Jeeps. Pretty much. But no, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, that's what you do. That's what you do. Like, you don't pardon these fucking cartel leaders. Dude, like fucking tens of thousands of people get murdered in Mexico every single year by the cartels. They are a virus on the great Mexican people. And let's be fair, there are great Mexican people out there. There are great people in every country, right? There really are. And they've been fucking totally oppressed by these cartels that have been allowed to operate the way they've been allowed to operate, that murder police chiefs and politicians and reporters. There was a kid who talked shit on YouTube about fucking one of the cartels, right? He was a 17-year-old kid. So 4 gunmen with AKs rolled up to this cafe he was at in broad daylight and gunned him down. That is the type of world that happens in Mexico, right? I'm just saying, you want that wall, Mexico? You got to fucking sit there and make us a deal we can't refuse, which is basically go, we need your help. Take out the cartels. But I think they're in bed. I think our government and the cartels are in bed together. Yeah, Underhaven, I agree. I think the cartels are a big reason why there's a lot of stigma against Mexicans. Uh, the war on the cartel is like the war on Taliban, but in Mexico, yeah, pretty much. But the thing is, the Taliban, they hide in fucking mountains and caves and shit. Fucking cartels got like gold plated houses, you know? How long do I think the drug war will last? I don't know, fucking in perpetuity. That's what I think. Did I see The Fugitive that looks like George Lopez? No, no. If the movies are right, the CIA needs cartels for funds, maybe. Sicario 3 Quest for the Wall. Fund it. Like, what's the point? I don't know. Don't I'm making they have like bedazzled everything. Have you ever gone and looked up the type of guns that are found like on cartel guys down in Mexico? I mean, it's some crazy shit. Like, I give them credit for their fucking ingenuity. I really do. Like, their craftsmanship gets pretty high marks. Um, so wait, you want to paste the invite link into the chat? Oh yeah, that's fine. If you wanna paste it, I'm cool with that. Do I think Poland could hold off a Russian assault on its own? No. Could it do it last time? Oh, that was the Germans, I think, right? Yeah. Yeah, fucking Polish, dude. The Poles are really good for like keeping their own strong borders, but it's like through just they can't do shit against the Russians. You're just waking up, you say drone strikes, that could be a thing. That could be a total thing, right? Um that's fucking great. Oh man. I don't know, man. I'd love for there to be like some, some way to really kind of help the people of Mexico. I know Razorfist has said like build the wall, but it's like you got to I think before you can't like build the wall then trap them in there. I think it's going to get better. They're going to find ways over the wall, you know? They're going to find a lot of ways over that wall. So, I'm just saying, Despacito 69 confirmed. Exactly. The Poles already have enough immigrants. The Poles don't have enough immigrants. The Poles keep everybody out, don't they? Technically, wait, we're talking about cyber. The Germans and the Russians attacked in 1939. Well, they've been fucked by both ends. They've been spit roasted. All right, they were fucking Eiffel Towered. They were high five over the back. All right, Poland has never had a lot of luck. So all they have to do is just sit there and distract them all with copies of The Witcher 3. Like, because so no. Underhaven, there's a video. I don't remember the one that he did. Razorfist talking about the wall, and he backs it, thinking that it's going to help the Mexicans. But he did it in a way where you could see that I think he was being like he was actually like legitimately caring. But I don't remember the video though. It's from like the end of 2016. It's like right after the election, right before the election. We raised the diabetes rates in Mexico, and eventually it would go so bad that I have to all like they can't cross the border. Oh my god, that's so terrible, Oliver. So this fucking terrible, man. They were DP'd. Oh Jesus. Or they were like TJ's house in deep fat fried. Let's see here. I talked to a Mexican American citizen, told me that the Mexico's is the highway for Central and South America. Yeah, I guess so. Most don't go direct across the border anyway. It's a massive boondoggle. Yeah, they find other ways around. Do I think Roe v. Wade will be overturned if Trump's? I don't think so. I don't think Roe v. Wade will be overturned. I don't think they're going to touch it. It doesn't make any sense to touch it. It doesn't. We're not in this like weird fucking, it's not like the last, the Planned Parenthood fucking selling baby parts for cash shit isn't a thing right now. Carly Fiorina can't get up there, go like, they're tearing babies apart and selling the parts for cash. Right? Like, you can't make that fucking claim. So it's like, they're not going to do it. Although I wouldn't put it past James O'Keefe to lie his ass off again. What is my opinion on the Paul brothers? I look at Logan and Jake Paul kind of like I would look at, like, let's say, cancer. Not that they are necessarily a cancer. I mean, they are, but the idea that cancer is a fast spreading virus and it's very hard to get rid of. And it doesn't, I'm not saying they're ultimately going to kill YouTube, but I think they're ultimately going to end up doing something really stupid because their careers are going to wane. What do I think of Project Veritas? Oh God, I really don't like Project Veritas. I'm not a fan of Project Veritas. I don't like liars. I don't like liars. I don't like, okay, like I can understand getting a fact wrong or screwing up a fact or making a mistake. I get that. Everyone makes mistakes. No one's human. Everyone's human. Fucking no one's human. Jesus Christ. Everyone's human. I get that. I totally understand that. However, Project Veritas likes to just make shit up. So they like to just make shit up. They like to fucking deviously edit shit. I got into a conversation with an Australian guy who tried telling me that Andrew Breitbart was his personal hero, and I legitimately almost lost it. Like legitimately almost lost it. I was trying. I at the end I didn't. I gave him a hard time about it, but like I was nice enough. But like how that man has done so much to hurt politics in this country. That I can't say fuck Andrew Breitbart enough times. I mean, it'd be a lot of times before I'd say it's enough. Do I ever watch Game Grumps? I actually don't. I'm sorry. Would I watch episode 9 if Jar Jar was the villain? Yeah, I would. I'm gonna watch episode 9 anyway. That's the thing. Everyone's like, I'm not gonna watch it. Like, I'm totally gonna fucking watch it. You know why I'm gonna watch it? Because if it sucks, I can go out there and bitch about it, and I can make a lot of fucking money. If it's good, I can talk about it and still make some money. It's part of my job to review movies, and I get paid to do it based on how many people watch. Why did I defend Brianna Wu when she was attacked by the Me Too movement? Because she didn't do anything wrong in that regard. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Anthony. I get where you're coming from, man. But let me put it to you like this: if we sit there and attack our enemies when they are accused of something that is basically false, and we know that it's false, but we allow ourselves to let them get roasted over the coals for something that we know they didn't do, that makes us quite literally no better than them. That makes us no better than any scum-sucking piece of shit, douchebag, cock-sucking motherfucker out there that willfully lets somebody gets falsely accused of some shit simply because they don't like their politics or that person's own actions. I think Brianna Wu is a deplorable human being. I think she's a liar. I think she's a faker. I think she's a con artist. I think she's done terrible things and she's blamed it on other people in order to make herself and her career grow. But when she's accused of just fucking liking someone's Twitter and it's phrased in a way or it's framed in a way that's going to try to like, make out to be some kind of like sexual deviant, and that's not the case, I'm going to defend against that because she did nothing wrong in that regard. That's it. That's the only thing. I will defend people who I feel need to be defended. That's why I said in my video that I don't want to have to do this, but I have to fucking do this. So there's that. Seriously though, but fuck Brianna Wu, but she was not at fault here. I think we could beat the Taliban in 5 years. Yeah. Like, I will say one thing: Trump's making progress on the ISIS front. Mattis has been kicking some serious ass. So I was wrong about Mattis. I'll tell you that. He's the best thing to come out of this fucking administration, 100%. Yeah, smash on that like button if you want to check out Patreon. Hold on, I'll do it right. Go ahead and check out patreon.com/mundane Matt. That's right, patreon.com/mundane Matt. If you want to help support the show and everything we do here on the channel, and you don't want to turn off that pesky ad block, which I understand, head over to patreon.com/mundane Matt. Become a patron today for this small, simple amount of $1, $5, $20, the soul of your firstborn. It all goes to a great cause, me, and I like money. Donut Dog, Canadian $5 here. Thank you. What do I think of Tim Pool's reporting in comparison to my own? Well, Tim Pool actually goes and does things. I prefer the outsider perspective. I do. I prefer the outsider perspective. I don't feel the need to go to those events, like walk around with the camera and like, what do you think about Trump? Whereas Tim Pool does that. I have noticed though that Tim Pool on his second channel has started doing some stuff that is very similar to how I do some stuff. So there's that. But I liked him quite a bit. I was actually on his podcast back in February. He was in Portland, and we hung out for a bit, talked Black Panther. And he's a fucking nerd too, I'll tell you that. He recited the ending of Black Panther like verbatim. I met his brother actually at VidCon. I didn't know his brother was his reactor. And then when he told me that, I'm like, oh yeah, I can see it. And they're both cool dudes. I like Tim Pool quite a bit. Let's see. You're surprised I didn't bring up Brandon's old harassment stalking charges in my vid. Man, I forgot. Like it's been 4 years. It's been 4 fucking years and shit. I'm just like, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's like in this moment, I'm just not going to sit there and like, I'm gonna push back against it. Do I think Trump is doing a good job protecting children from pedos and sickos? No, I don't. I'm sorry. Did I hear that Boogie 298 got attacked by SJWs? When is Boogie 298 not getting attacked by SJWs? I don't know. Boogie's been, I guess, bringing it on himself lately. I feel like he's Boogie, like how he is as a person, and how he is on his live streams is a lot of how he is as a person, and how he is on YouTube is how he wants to be. And I think the two are conflicting because he's in a lot of stress in his own life. But I like Boogie quite a bit, and I wish him nothing but the best and a speedy recovery for his broken arm. So, what do I think about DACA? I mean, I think like if kids come here and like they don't know it and their parents like don't tell them, there's got to be a thing about that, like I think we do need to have immigration reform with a pathway to citizenship. It's just really difficult when you have 11 million undocumented people in this country. That is a lot of people. That is almost fucking 5% of our total, population, is of undocumented people. That's a lot. So it's like, I don't know how to handle that shit. But eventually it's going to get to the point of where they're probably just going to end up, telling them like, hey, why don't you fucking stick around? Like, why don't you just, like I have a feeling they're eventually just going to go like, we'll just make you all citizens, just like fucking reset to 0 and shit. Let's see. YouTube needs to bring back video responses. Yeah, totally, man. Fuck, that'd be great. I wish they'd bring back more video responses. I'd have a lot more fun with that one. Let's see here. Dalton Lambert, $5 super chat says, what's my opinion of State of Decay 2? You know what, Dalton, man? Like, I love State of Decay. I had so much fun with that game. Number 2 is still fun, but it's like failing to grip me. And like, it feels bleaker than the first one, which I understand why. And I also like, I really fucking got mad when one of my characters died, but my character died because of a glitch. I was so pissed about that. And then I had to go back and get her shit. And then she was walking around and I had to kill her. And she was like my nurse. I was so mad. They've updated a few things and done like the $5 DLC, which I'm not going to buy the DLC, but I need to jump back into it. I picked up Doom for Xbox and got like the 4K patch for it. And I'm like halfway through Doom right now. I'm hoping to beat it by the end of the week. Let's see here. So you got like a second base and just kind of lost all interest in continuing. Yeah, it kind of, the story structure is a little bit weird where it's like the individual people and their missions are kind of like whatever. Let's see here. I think we need to bring back some of the strict laws we used to have protect women and children. Well, we have the Violence Against Women's Act from 2012 or 2013, I think. Check that one out. $2 here super chat from Brenton Verlo saying, am I a Nazi, alt-right, or a feminist, or none? I'm none. I will always fight against Nazis. I will always call out the alt-right, and I will always fight back against third wave modern feminism, that I view to be as not about equality, but more about subjugation and oppression. And it's not to say that I'm not anti-woman. I look at my daughter, my 7-month-old daughter, and I want nothing but the best for her. I want her to be prepared to take on the world, but I want her to earn what she's going to have. I want her to work for what she wants, and I want her to take no shit, and I want her to be a good human being. I look in her face every day. I look in her face like hundreds of times a day. I love my kid. My kid is my life right now, and I fucking love my daughter. Um, and all I want for her is just to be a good person and to be prepared. And I feel like feminism doesn't do that. I feel like feminism lies to women, and it treats them like they are part of a religion. You need us to survive, sort of thing. And if you don't follow us, then you're the other. It's like Scientology. No, it really is like Scientology. It's if you want to equate it to a religion, that's what it is. Is Paul Joseph Watson alt-right? I don't believe Paul Joseph Watson is alt-right. I just think he's a moron. Let's see here. Do I think Andrew Scheer has a chance against Justin Trudeau? Donut Dog, I'm not too sure who Andrew Scheer is. Let me take a quick look at that. I can get an idea. So there's that. Okay. Kendricks, I understand. No, here's the thing. It's you know, if yeah, Kendricks, Jesus. My daughter is perfectly fine, Tony. Thank you for asking. Let me take a look here at the Andrew Scheer guy. Okay, so he is the PCMP Canadian politician. Okay. Canadian politician serving as a member of parliament. What's his Conservative Party. I mean, like, he could have a shot against him. I mean, if he's a decent enough conservative, then he could go up against Justin Trudeau. But the thing is, though, this Me Too movement against Trudeau didn't even phase him. Did you catch that at all? Didn't even fucking phase him. Like, he's not my he's 3 years older than me. Okay, I'm not that old yet. I'm not near 40. I'm getting there. I think Trudeau is gonna have a fight on his hands, but I think he ultimately is gonna end up winning again. Usually first timers will get a secondary run. The incumbent has home field advantage because people are used to the way things are, and if the thing is not that bad, then they're gonna go with it. Like, that's one of the things with Trump is, like, if people that are kind of content and they're fine, they'll see him through. So, let's see. Boogie's a nice guy, but his comments about the gays should have waited for riots was kind of garbage. Plus, he came off sounding like Anita is to blame for Charlottesville. I heard, well, no, the Anita thing for Charlottesville, I read that as being like he meant Antifa, but he said Anita, right? I think it was just a Freudian slip, or it was just a slip. Because why would Anita be to blame for Charlottesville? Anita Sarkeesian didn't go out there with fucking tiki torches that, walked around saying Jews will not replace us. And yes, they said that at some point in time. They also said you will not replace us, but later I did see a video clip that said Jews. Of course, the blood and soil. So, they were letting their fucking their tilted swastika flags fly on that one. And then the next day, the protesters inside the park, the white nationalists, a few of them left the park to engage with counter protesters. And when it got out of control, that's when the police fucking shut it all down. The cops shouldn't have done that. They should have just arrested people and called it a fucking day. But they were the ones who really let the ball drop and everything. Anita had nothing to do with anything, right? It's like Zoe Quinn in her book. Zoe Quinn in her book basically says Gamergate is the reason Trump got elected, right? And then she basically accuses me of starting Gamergate. So by her own weird logic, I got Donald Trump elected in her mind. I, a left-leaning Bernie Sanders supporting individual, got Donald Trump elected. Come on. That's a load of shit, and everyone knows that. So I will check out the Rostico song. Let's see. Most people, let's see. Most illegals hate DACA people. I think illegals hate DACA kids because they were like, they're they may look at them as getting like a free handout or some shit. Let's see. You do not think our law should revert back to the era though? Yeah, I don't want to go to the 50s and shit. I blame both. Yeah, no, they're both crazy. I agree, Tracy. I agree. But I mean, the truth is when it comes to the thing, the way it was a breakdown on the police for not containing the situation. Those who left the park to engage with the counter protesters should have been immediately incarcerated or immediately arrested, detained, and removed on and taken off site. But when they allowed it to keep going and they allowed it to break down, they allowed the situation to play out the way that it did. And that was unfortunate. Let's see. I'm literally the cause of the Holocaust. Apparently, yeah, yeah. It ended like fucking nearly 40 years before I was born, but reincarnation's a thing, right? I mean, if you're all Buddhist and shit. Will Trump ever fire Mueller? No, no, he won't. Trump will not fire Mueller. Trump will figure out a way to fire Mueller. He's been trying to discredit him. That's been a big thing. Rudy Giuliani going out there and saying it's like the most corrupt investigation ever, and everyone like no one's buying it, right? Like no one's buying fucking Giuliani going out there and saying like, "Oh, Mueller is the most corrupt person ever." Like, no, he's not. No, no, stop fooling. Stop fooling, Rudy. Let's see here. It's 3 a.m. where you are, which means it's midnight here. I should probably go to bed here pretty soon. So by Zoe's logic, I'm a partial political god. Yeah, apparently I'm way more. I got into it today with people over the whole fucking Zoe Quinn thing and Gamergate and shit, and they were like taking some old tweets of mine that were like out of context and trying to use them as a way to smear me as being this fucking like just complete like violent harasser of women's, right? Clearly I'm not, and like I tried explaining context and they didn't want to hear it, and like whatever. What do I think about Mad Maxine saying Donald Trump is the worst human being to ever walk? I think I'm so fucking tired of the hyperbolic bullshit. Like, here's the thing. Let's be realistic to the point as much of a point as that we can. Okay, Donald Trump is a corrupt individual. Can we all agree upon that? Can we all agree that he is a corrupt politician? Not politician. He's a corrupt businessman who is now, I think, a corrupt politician who found loopholes and been able to use those to his advantage. He is very much a marketing genius. He knows how to hammer slogans into people's minds to distract them from what he's actually doing. He talks at a 4th grade level, so people resonate with that shit. And he basically shows you a puppet show with his left hand while his right hand is fingering your daughter or some shit, or his daughter, whatever he's into. I got no idea. Whatever, man. I think like incest is legal in like a couple states, but whatever. The point is that he is a corrupt individual. And he had brought in corrupt individuals, hence why so many of his cabinet have had to fucking resign. So, that being said, is it collusion? Probably not. It's a corrupt individual doing corrupt individual things, and that might be what bites him in the ass. So let's see here. Okay. Donut Dog 23, $6. Could Zack Snyder make a Fountainhead movie work? The main character, Howard Rourke, straight up rapes someone and they play it like nothing in the novel. They probably would do away with the rape scene. I mean, unless it's like congruent to the story, they're probably going to get rid of the rape scene. Still better than Hillary. You know what, man? Listen, here's the thing: is I would rather there be someone who understands policy and politics and is not attracted to fucking dictators. Trump even admitted that the North Korean summit might have been a little bit of a mistake because Kim Jong-un's promise for fucking denuclearization did not happen. That Nobel Prize he was so fucking happily toting around the idea of is now no longer on the table. And he basically just like called Kim Jong-un an honorable man. The dude had his uncle killed by mortars. Ain't real honorable, right? That's the thing with Trump I don't like. He's got to stop playing to our fucking enemies, trying to get them to like him. He's like that nerdy kid that fucking tries to get in with the bad boys in school, like, if I go and pull the fire alarm, they're going to really like me. It's just, no, they're going to fucking use you because you're naive. Hillary understood that. Hillary would not look, I'll be fair. I don't think Hillary Clinton would have gotten to this point with Kim Jong-un. I don't think so. I had a buddy of mine that was like, he's like, I guarantee you if Hillary gets elected within 6 months, we're going to be in World War III with Russia. We wouldn't, but tensions would have probably escalated. That's probably a guarantee. So I don't know, man. I think Trump is like stupid. He's a good politician, but he doesn't need to be president. He just should not be president. Let's see. So Trump is a useful idiot. Yeah, pretty much. I think he's in it for himself. Like the thing I don't like is a whole fucking like the thing in China where like there was that they signed a deal for like 31 or something of Ivanka's trademarks to go to China, and then later on that day, Trump announced there to be like a deal with that one communications company in China and shit, right? Like remove sanctions on them or some crap. So much stuff has these timing that just doesn't feel right at all. And it just gets like you look at it and you're just like, oh, okay, that's it. Like people look at it and they go, that's corrupt. It's probably corrupt, but they're just like, it's not a fucking warm pool of piss on a mattress in the Ritz-Carlton presidential suite. You know what I mean? So it's they're waiting for like that fucking they're waiting for the body to fall out of the rafters is what they're waiting for. But in the meantime, if he's out there clubbing baby seals, no one's gonna care because they're still waiting for that body to fall from the raptor. So I'm just saying. Uh no, no, no. Trump expected North Korea to follow through, Chelsea. Trump expected North Korea to follow through. That's why he went out there and he's just like, he's an honorable guy. Kim Jong, very smart, honorable guy, loves his people, right? Loves to starve them. Loves, they're fucking, fungus infested and worm infested, and the North Korean people are shorter now than ever before. Their average height is like 5'4". That's a healthy adult. There are no real healthy adults in North Korea, right? Nah, he fucking overplayed his hand. He overplayed his hand, and it's gonna bite him in the ass because the left will be able to use that against him coming into the fucking midterms and the fucking election next year. Didn't Trump agree with Duterte killing drug dealers? It wasn't drug dealers, Garrick. It was drug users. Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't just the dealers. It was people who were using drugs. That's the whole helicopter ride thing. Trump is not a leader, man. You want him to be a leader. You are literally believing the bullshit he's selling you. He's not a leader. A leader puts his people first. A leader puts his people, his country first. Trump does not do that. Look at any one of his rallies. He will basically tell you what's going on. It's about him. He's a populist and a narcissist, and it's all about him. And if you're loyal to him, he'll reward you. That's it. But if you go against him, then he'll make a little fucking snarky name for you and try to take you out because he's a ridiculous wannabe gangster who now sits in the fucking highest office in the land. The leader of the free world is a fucking Queens real estate crap ass who's had 6 failed businesses, gone bankrupt 6 times. His only business that's done well has been real estate. And it wasn't like he fucking did it all on his own. I got $1 million from my dad. That was a loan up front. But when the dad died, he got a lot fucking more. Trump has been able to make money, but why is the attorney general of New York suing him for not, I don't know, for having a 501c3 nonprofit that they're not really giving the funds away on? All right. There's corruption there. He's not a leader. He's out for himself. And I hope one day you see that. I do. I hope one day you see that. Yeah. If you guys didn't know I'm anti-Trump, you're fucking like, I am very anti-Trump, but I don't like that I will give him credit if he's done something I feel is good. And I gave him credit on the North Korea thing. I still think getting to the point where he got to was a good thing. Didn't agree with the methods necessarily, but I liked that happened because I want to see the North Korean people freed. I want to see them get healthy. I want to see them, not be enslaved by a fucking weird reverse mullet headed dictator. So am I gonna go to Mexico? Well, you going to Mexico to get surgery? Liposuction? No. What? I'm saying the summit was ultimately a failure, but in the beginning, I gave him credit for it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm glad that it happened. I still am glad that it happened, but Trump was out there acting like this was like, he's out there going like, I made a new friend, while he was fucking at the G7, he scheduled this thing so he could go to the G7 and then make a big stink. I have to leave early. I have to go to Singapore. I'm meeting Kim Jong-un. What are you doing? Environmental problems. Kim Jong-un bitches. Peace out. Like that's what he did. He made a big fucking show of it. So no, it's Trump is a ridiculous president. He's a ridiculous person. And maybe he is the fucking punishment we deserve for being lazy. I don't know. So is You're not a fan of Trump, but the reaction to SJWs is ridiculous. I completely agree. I completely agree. I do. What would happen if Kim Jong Un visited the United States? I don't. Oh man. Oh Jesus. The fucking news cycle would be terrible. If Kim Jong Un came to the States, the news cycle would be absolutely goddamn terrible. It would be terrible. You know, it would just be. It'd be so bad. So bad. It's just. It was. It's just so bad. Oh God. I don't want to. I just would never want to deal with that myself. You know. I just would, like, never want to ever, like, I just that would be so bad. Uh, did Trump help bring wait, hold on, did bring down the wave of SJWs? No, it's gotten worse. But Trump has the endorsement of Alex Jones. So does David Duke. What does that tell you? What does that tell you about David Duke? If he's got he's got that shit. SJWs will re-elect Trump. It's entirely possible, OBX. It's entirely I'm not gonna sit there and disagree with you. It's entirely possible that that could be a thing. I don't know, right? I just work here, okay? Alright? I have no idea, but it could happen. The Democrats here's the thing, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, fucking she should be the model for how to canvass, okay? Because she didn't go out there with an anti-Trump message or, you know, whatever, blue wave message. She focused on, like, the issues, and she went after new voters, and that's why she fucking won in literally a 51-point shift is what took her to the victory. What right before the election, like 2 weeks before, she was polling at 36 points behind. 36 points behind, came back with a 15-point victory. That's 51 points she was able to shift in 2 weeks on a 10-time incumbent Democratic fucking congressman. Okay. If they fucking run on those kind of tactics and play to the new people and not the old fucking party, they'll do wonders. But the thing is, they're honestly not smart enough to do it. They're just not. They're not smart enough to do it. Trump is a huge meltdown we have to deal with. I agree. Oh, dude. Okay, hold on, Nicholas, man. Can I? Okay, I don't pay much attention to Dave Rubin unless I'm making fun of him, because it's Dave and it's Jesus. What the fuck is the intellectual dark web? Can anyone explain that to me? Can anyone explain to me what the fuck the intellectual dark web is? Because I got no fucking idea. I got no fucking idea what it is. Um. So, um. Why am I praising a no borders card carrying commie? Because that no borders card carrying commie has some good fucking ideas. I don't think they're going to fucking work. I don't know if they're all going to fucking work, but I believe in investing in human capital. I believe in trying to make college fucking more affordable. I believe in educating the masses. I believe in people having healthcare. And I believe in that's the way you elevate our fucking society. You don't relegate people to just working at Walmarts that are fucking owned by mega corporations, right? The entire fucking college to corporate pipeline is a thing. It's a fucking thing. What happens? You go to college, you rack up $37,000 in debt on student loans on average if you graduate with a bachelor's degree. 37,000 if you go and get a 4-year bachelor's degree is what you will walk away from in student loan debt on average. Then you have to pay it back with an insane amount of interest. So where do you go get jobs? In corporate fucking America, and you hope that you pay it off for the next 15 fucking years. Okay, it's crippling people. It is crippling a whole class of people that are not going to be able to pass it. It's going to end up fucking causing another recession. So we got to find a way around that. So is that free tuition? I got no idea. Is it cheaper tuition? Hopefully something along those lines. Some way to fucking help people get an education, to get a job, to fucking fuel the economy. It's a constantly moving system that is being completely stifled by the way things are right now. So you know what? I'm willing to look at a different person who wants to work with the people instead of just focusing on the 1%. And that might be just a Bernie Sanders fucking talking point. But the thing is, the $1.5 trillion that we're going to be giving these corporations on their tax cuts have already cost Americans their jobs. Look at Harley fucking Davidson, for example. I just want to bring this up as a hot fucking point, right? This is a real quick thing. Harley Davidson, okay? They're fucking all under heat 2 weeks ago. Oh, they're moving their fucking productions overseas. Oh dear. Oh, the horror. They're taking away American jobs. Okay, but the fucking tax cuts came in, right? So what they do? They took the money. They took the fucking money and they shut down 2 plants. They shut down 2 plants. And then, oh, the tariffs come in, so then they move production overseas. They save more money. They cut out more American jobs. I'm not saying that's going to be the standard, but that's a fucking case for how this shit can go horribly wrong. Now, I did talk to an economist the other day, or well, a person who graduated recently with a degree in economics, and he explained where we currently are in regards to the economy and how the economy is plateauing, but it's doing okay, and that's fine. That's fine, but I still believe we have to find a way to reinvest back in the people because that's how a country innovates. That's how a country grows. We have to make sure our people are coming in and they're not leaving. But people just they're not they're stuck. There's an arrested development on our country in certain areas. And so yeah, someone like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has ideas that are popular. Who knows if she can implement any of them? I got no idea, but I would rather say in some respects, give it a shot. It's not Venezuela, whatever the fuck some fucking conservatives want you to believe. All right. It will never go to Venezuela levels at all. But we have a problem in our country with people that are burdened by excessive student loan debt, just trying to get an education in order to get by. And what happens when they can't pay it? It accrues interest. It shackles them even further and further and further. So they have to go get corporate jobs. They're not opening small businesses. They're not investing in the local economy in that particular fashion, right? Their money goes to paying off another corporation. It goes to paying off our government. It goes to paying off all these things, but they're not reinvesting it. They're not growing the economy. That's why we need to find a way to fix some shit because it's not happening. It's like a stimulus package. No, that didn't work last time either. So we don't need that. What we need is it's going to be a long-term fix, but people want it instantaneously because we're instant gratification society. That's what we are. We're an instant gratification society. So nobody wants to fucking take the time to get there. I've been doing this job 3 years. I've been operating a channel for 6. It took me 3 years to go full time. I'm just saying you have to work for what you fucking want. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but sometimes people get lucky. They get a break. I got a break. Gamergate was a break for me. I wouldn't know if I'd be here without Gamergate. I'm saying like sometimes you just need a little bit of help, whether it's by people or whether it's by circumstances, who knows? But if we could help elevate more people and get them to a position of actually being able to contribute back to the economy and have a fucking decent job and be able to have healthcare for their kids and make sure people aren't sick so they're missing work and therefore accruing more debt or keeping themselves in these low, fucking terrible, shitty apartments and never doing anything with their lives that could be worthwhile because they're just so burdened by everything. There's better lives out there for people. Not everyone's going to get it. That's just a fact. But we need to find ways to help people get to that point. And where we are is not there. When these companies are getting these tax breaks and they're just repurchasing back their old stock, the shareholders are getting rich, but that money's not trickling down. Because let's face it, trickle down economics never fucking worked in the first place. Yeah. You see, the thing is, you love using the word communist. She's not a communist. A democratic socialist isn't even really a socialist. Like democratic socialists aren't against capitalism. Like again, you're using Chelsea. You always come in here and you use hyperbolic fucking statements. I know you do it to get under my skin too. Was I upset when Obama held children? I didn't know about it, so I can't sit there and be upset about something I didn't fucking know. All right, when it comes to the whole fucking child detention thing, all right, like I didn't know about it, so that sucks. Okay, but with this is now. Talking about the past as if it's something we have any control over is ridiculous. But where we are in the present is where we're at. Whatever, dude. So if you get enough democratic socialists, you get communism. Maybe. Okay. I don't know. But I'd rather there be something. I'd rather there be something people can fucking latch onto. I don't know what that is yet. I just want people to have fucking hope. I see so many people giving the fuck up. But then again, people are also so goddamn negative too. It's always negativity. Always negativity. Never fucking solutions. Never a fucking idea. It's always, we can't do this. We can't do that. If this happens, this bad thing will also happen. But never, what if we try this? It could do this. A changing in the functionality of thought could alter the fucking outcome. Because are you a glass half full or a glass half empty? Let's see. Hatch pays $5 here. Says, "Do I think they could possibly impeach Trump?" I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's going to get a second term, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're going to impeach him. It's like because impeaching him just means like they have the investigation, they have the trial, and then we'll see. After that, we see what happens. But it's like it. No, I don't think it's going to happen. So what do you think about Boogie and his comments on H3H3? Boogie always seems to kind of put his foot in his mouth a little bit with that. So I would argue that like his comments on he says what's on his mind. He wants to be a better person, but he still has opinions. And I think enough people get mad at him for his opinions that he ends up I think he ends up walking his opinions back a little bit too often. And I mean, I've done the same thing too, obviously. But it's kind of like I think instead of, going, "No, I really believe this," uh, you know, oh fuck, what is it? I think he really wants to like do better and he's just having trouble like articulating that. And then when he says something that people get mad at because they know that if I think people know that if Boogie says something and they get mad at him, then he'll backtrack. And I think like that's like a Pavlov's dog response sort of thing. So he needs to like kind of hold on to it and just kind of own it and go like, yeah, no, I don't like her. She said these things to me. It's this, it's this, it's this. The left fucks up, the right's a bunch of douches, and here we are. And like own your opinion. But when you go and you watch him on his live stream, which is where he has his predominant audience in terms of that, that's where he's at. That's what he says. That's what he acts like. And so it's kind of like, where's that Boogie? That's the Boogie that should be out there. The Boogie you put in your videos is nice and it's what people love. It's a projection of yourself. But I think the raw, real you is what more people want to see. Like I had Coach Red Pill in here earlier. I don't know if Coach Red Pill's still in here or not. And he, I do this podcast called Whatever over on my side channel, where I just kind of talk about stuff, but I'm really just off the cuff. I just say whatever I want and, tell stories and cover certain topics or whatever. And he was like, "Oh, I like this version of you a lot better. This version of you is not, your videos where, because I put on I put on this face when I do my content. I get up there, I said, "Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Monday Matt Channel. Today we're going to be talking about this fucking thing." And I kind of like, I project it. It's a part of me. It's me, but I project it in this way that I think, people want to see, but really what people like, what they like, and this is where I have a problem usually, is that people, they want like the unfiltered, call everyone cum guzzling thunder cunts and whatever. And like, that's what they want. They want to hear that. They want that raw thing. But sometimes I think you get to a point, this is what a lot of YouTubers do to an extent, is they kind of get to a point where they put themselves in maybe this box, right? Or they put on this projection of themselves as a way to as just a way to convey where they are or what they're doing and reach a bigger audience, because ultimately the idea is you want to grow your audience, right? But you want to grow your audience. Sometimes you have to kind of like scale a few things back, which sucks because it does come across as a little bit, I don't want to say like a sellout thing, but like you're changing yourself, because like you're just trying to grow. I mean, there's no necessarily, maybe it's a sellout, but like if there's no money involved, I guess. But then again, the more people who watch, the more money you make. So yeah, I guess you sell out. That's a good way to describe it. you know, but people always want that, they want you to always kind of be you. The people who subscribed to me in 2012, I don't think are around anymore. The people who subscribed to me when Gamergate was the thing, a lot of them ain't around anymore. All right. Because I didn't fall in line with what they wanted. They wanted me to go on the attack 100% to fight feminists, to fight SJWs. They wanted me to call on, people like Patricia Hernandez to be fired for her job because she held certain opinions. People like Patrick Klepek and Ben Kuchera. And I argue against Klepek and Kuchera and Hernandez very frequently because they're all pretty dumb. But at the same time, people are allowed to their opinions, even if they're shitty fucking opinions. And I'm not going to call for anyone to be fired who's done just has an opinion, right? Like I wouldn't want to be fired for my fucking opinion. Why do I want them to be fired for their fucking opinion? But because I wasn't like aggressive enough to some of these people, they like, oh, Matt's just a cuck. He doesn't, he's just fucking SJW light, because I don't want people to lose their fucking jobs over opinion that I disagree with. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole thing. Like that's the whole thing is like it's people they want you to be this version that they want you to be. I can't be that. I can only be me. And you know what I mean? And I do when I do my videos, I put on, that the thing. I go into my low DJ voice, I get in there real deep, or I'll talk and I make jokes and shit. And here I'm more off the cuff, more natural state, and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy this, and I'd like to be here all the time, but I know that in certain elements I can't. So you have to kind of pick and choose, and it sucks, but it's part of the fucking game. It's part of the game. We're in the entertainment industry. This is what we are. I've got what? 95 people in here right now. Thank you guys very much for being in here. By the way, slap on that like button. Give me up to 100 likes tonight. We need fucking 39 more likes. You guys can do it. I believe in you. And but I'm hopefully entertaining you. 61 people here have liked this video, which means 61 people hopefully been entertained. I've been on for a couple hours now. Hope you guys are just having a good time. That's all this is. This is entertainment. But again, we still have to kind of pick and choose how these things play out. Anyway, would I ever eat a Trump steak? Fuck yeah. I would stay at Trump Hotel. I got no problem with the man's businesses. I'd go there. I'd go there. Let's see. Patreon. Yeah. So let's see. Okay. A significant portion of the skeptic community audience just wants to be told what they hear. Oh yeah, confirmation bias is fucking insane, dude. I was talking with V Monroe, and he's all like, Matt, you should do more confirmation bias, people, because they like that shit. And you know what, man, it's true. Like, honestly, what I'm gonna do is probably focus more, like, on, like, not always the SJW shit, but like hot topics. I'll do like one video a day, and then I want to do a podcast where I cover some of the smaller stories, because I still read a lot of the smaller, weirder stories, and I think they're a lot of fun to read. I think some of those odder ones are where I get most of my enjoyment, and do that as a podcast. So there's that. Winter strike brought us. The writer strike brought us Dr. Horrible. Yeah, Jeremy, did you know Dr. Horrible turns 10 years old? It's this month, 10 years old. Can you believe that shit? At Comic-Con, they're doing a reunion. I'm actually kind of bummed I won't be there for that. Let's see. Do I believe there should be both public and private options for healthcare? Yeah. The L train. Totally. I think there should be private and public. Yeah. I live in Washington, and I don't make enough. I'm my healthcare is covered by this, covered pretty well by the state. So, but it's not the best healthcare in the world. Trust me. Do I think tech companies should be broken up? In some respects, Garrick, I do. Yeah, I do. Is Russell still a thing? No, Russell is actually dead. The name is dead. It got to a point where I just got really cringy on my own name. So, have I taken one of those Trump survey ads? No, Shidoko, I haven't, but I've taken their money. So, they can keep advertising those all they want. Let's see here. All the people that were in fucking Dr. Horrible drank the Kool-Aid. Yeah, a little bit. A few of them did. They definitely made a bit of an issue out of it. Yeah. So let's see here. Okay, I think I'm gonna be on for like another probably like another 10 minutes, because I do need to get to bed pretty soon. So wow, everyone's telling me to like file a lawsuit against Anita Sarkeesian. That's pretty funny. I'm not gonna fucking file a lawsuit against Anita Sarkeesian. Oh Jesus. What would that even like do? What would that even be like? Go to court. All rise for the Honorable Judge Reinhold. Defendant, plaintiff. Like, what do you want? I don't know. Fucking take back the tweet. Don't call me. Don't call me. Yeah. It's so stupid. So stupid. The whole thing's fucking dumb. Let's see here. Do I think Melania loves Trump? You know what, man? I do. I do think she loves Trump. I do. I think she loves him. I know she loves Barron. Absolutely. The Russell streams aren't they're not done. I'm gonna probably come back with just a different name. Same format, probably. Melania's anti-cyberbullying campaign is ironic. Seeing her husband, I completely agree. That's pretty goddamn funny. Um, so I think let's see. Considering parts of my family are from Canada, have you ever thought about getting dual citizenship? My mom was born there, but she's been a naturalized citizen since the '60s. So I don't know if I can. I do want to tour Canada though. I'd love to go to Banff. I'd love to go see Toronto. I know it's SJW Central in Canada, but they got some nice architecture there. Although I'll tell you what, I really want to head over to Montreal. Montreal looks fucking gorgeous, and plus Bunty King is from there, so I go say hey to Bunty. Considering that, oh, is Baron autistic? I don't think he's autistic, but there was that claim for a while. Let's see. So she would jump on his funeral pyre? No, no. I think she'd be the one to like the match, though. I think. I think he'd be the one to like. She'd be the one to like the match. But Trump's gonna live a long time. I'm telling you, Trump's gonna live a long time. His dad lived in 91, so Trump is gonna live a long time. Let's see. Do I think the 2007 writer's strike had an indirect hand in the rise of SJWs in the entertainment industry? No, I actually don't, Oliver. But it had a direct hand in some really shitty movies. Who's hotter, Ivanka or Hope Hicks? Ivanka, actually. Hope is hot, but Ivanka's that regal hot, like the librarian hot, where her hair is up, but once it comes down, like your dick's gonna get sucked like it's a Dyson. I'm just saying that like it's gonna be like a fucking just gonna go to town. If I ever visit Montreal, would I get poutine or a Montreal smoked meat sandwich? I don't know what a Montreal smoked meat sandwich is. It sounds like it could be some kind of gay thing. But poutine, sure. I try out poutine. Do I like large titties? Who doesn't like large titties? I mean, like regular, I mean, I guess I say regular large, like moderately large is fine. Like anything like above an F and we're really pushing it there. Although I've seen some H's that are okay, but like you get to like the ones that are like fucking double J and you're like, what is that? I can get like lost in there, just fucking, it's like a fucking a varicose vein maze or some shit. So yeah, ultimately it's, those kind of big boobs certainly work for me. Triple P's. Jeez. Who's worse, Stalin or Hitler? Fuck. I mean, like everyone always says Hitler, but like I'm just gonna, I'm take the contrarian approach. I'm gonna say Stalin. Am I a fan of Steve Bannon? God no. Let's see here. I already went over the Trump and corrupt presidency stuff, man. But fucking look at the New York Attorney General suing the Trump Foundation right now. Has Movie Bob always been so political and toxic? Yes. Really, Tony? You think between Ivanka and Tiffany, Tiffany's better? I mean, no one ever thinks about Tiffany, right? But like, I mean, Tiffany seems like she seems like a genuinely nice person, just like, and she's taking this whole thing in stride. Carbon, people were thinking Baron was autistic because he never, ever, 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 ever shows emotion. And during parts of the like, he goes like the election night, he didn't have any emotion on his face. So then again, it was like 3 o'clock. It was like what, like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. And he was like dead tired, but yeah, he's kind of an awkward kid, man. But someone made a video saying that he might have autism, and it blew the fuck up on YouTube. I think there was like fucking like Rosie O'Donnell shared it. I think there was like threats of litigation, and the dude who made it was like 19 years old and was like, "I was just posing a theory." Let's see. There are 500,000 descendants of Nazis in Argentina. That's a lot of hate. Well, the thing is, though, racism and hatred is a learned trait. So while I do think that there probably are a fair amount of those descendants that really don't like the Juden, probably a fair amount of them that are pretty cool. What do I think about Peter Fonda's comments about Barron Trump? I found them to be pretty reprehensible, man. Pretty morally reprehensible. Peter Fonda was a fucking idiot for saying that shit. You leave Barron alone. Just leave Barron alone. He didn't do nothing to nobody, man. He's chilling. He's doing his thing. That's so fucking stupid. Like, don't bring someone's kids into it. That's a really shitty fucking thing. But, Peter Fonda's like, I'm fucking 3 days away from death. Who gives a shit? I'll say what I want. So Hillary is the hottest. Granny panties for the win. Stop it, Dark. Stop it. Stop it. But I bet you like them adult Depends, don't you? We're all like, yeah, she can pee herself and it won't even get anywhere. It's highly absorbent. Uh, given that we're halfway through the year, what do I think of? Think years from now, how will I look back on the 2010s? Fuck, dude, I don't know. They were interesting decade. Lived, moved to Los Angeles, stayed there for a couple years, started a YouTube channel, left Los Angeles, moved back home, went back to my old job, grew my YouTube channel, started my own business, moved up north, bought a house, had a kid. Who knows what the next 2 years are going to bring? Maybe I'll foil some terrorist plot somewhere. Who knows? Get myself an action movie. Call me Fat Assassin. Just I want to have the line. I just want to have the line in a movie called Fat Assassin, where it's like, the fucking heat is on, tension's rising. It's a do or die escape moment. I just look at the fucking female lead. She's like, "What are we gonna do?" I can look back real quick and just go, "Always bet on fat." And then I do something that's like only fat people can do, which I guess is like breathe really heavily for a long period of time. And then it just sucks all the oxygen out of the room and fucking puts out a fire. Because that's realistic. And then save the day. The book, I haven't. It's coming. I've been working on it a little bit. So, Lauren Southern needs to start making white babies already. I saw people tweeting that at her today, but I think she gets that tweeted every single day. Let's see here. Gatorades is okay. I'm actually gonna wrap this up here pretty quick. Mundane Matt equal Paul Blart 3. Nah, I'm good, man. Get ripped and rename my channel to Muscle Matt. Yeah, I actually need to set up my I have personal trainer I need to call and like set up a thing with. Lauren Southern's not a lesbian. If you go on 4chan, they say a lot of other things about Lauren Southern, but lesbian's not one of them. Lauren Southern is the hottest man I've ever seen. What the fuck? Oh, that's I forgot she's a legal man in Canada. That's right. Hold on. Here's Doc backwards, right? If you were stuck on a tropical island for the rest of your life, how would you masturbate? You know what? That's a good question, man. I probably just draw like boobies and a vagina. I like to say it, right? I'd be like that episode of South Park where the internet goes out and they end up going out California way. And there's the people there in the tent that draw with the craziest shit. And it's like I need two Japanese girls pissing on a midget and then just like drawing stick figures on the fucking sand. Like, well, this will work. Brittany Pettibone is nah. Brittany Pettibone is okay. Just think of Mia Malkova. Oh man, yeah, I could think of Mia Malkova. Fuck. I came across a scene with her and Lexi Bell, and I'm just like, Control D. I'm saving you for later. So, oh, so Tony, you watched? Okay, I gotta go, but I do want to hear your thoughts on In Search Of. What did you think of In Search Of? For those of you who don't know, those of you who are new here, In Search Of is my feature film. It's iso-themovie.com. You can check it out if you want right now. But Tony here checked it out. I want to know what Tony says. If I had sex with Lauren Southern in Canada, would it be considered gay? Maybe. I haven't thought about that question. That's a weird one. Let's see here. RJ, I've already went over all that. I'm just not going to answer your question, so you can stop asking it like 18 times. Tom Hanks knows. Let's see here. If Lauren's a trap and traps are gay, I don't want to be straight. Sure. Is this stream going to be archived? Cody, here's the thing. Save. I'm going to fucking It's gonna be unlisted, so you gotta fucking, bookmark it right now, and you can go back and check it out. So, after masturbating, mundane Matt will make a mundane splat. Oh, Jesus. Fucking god damn it. God damn it. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty funny. That's pretty you give Mindy Kaling a hate fuck? Why a hate fuck? Why just a normal fuck? I mean, she's an attractive woman. What about Tommy Lahren? I don't know. I don't know about Tommy. I have a thing about, like, really skinny women, just not a fan, and she looks like you could fold her up in an envelope and, like, mail her somewhere, you know? Have I ever met an autistic person? Yeah, I've met autistic people. Come on, dude, I'm on the internet. You given some of the hatred I get sometimes, I would argue that a lot of people are autistic. No, in real life, I've met autistic people, both my old, with Asperger's, which is like my younger brother, and actual full-blown autism. So yeah, I have. So Tony, you liked it, you thought it was good. Is there anything about it you specifically liked besides just it's good? Can I talk Canadian? No. 100% of the chat and its hosts are autistic. I agree, rattlesnake, yeah. Cody, you have Asperger's. Man, it's pretty common, dude. Spurg power represent. You're an actual autistic, Oliver? See, right? Everyone here, they're autistic. Thoughts on geeks and gamers? Like Jeremy, you know what? I haven't talked to him and whatnot, and I feel like I feel like a lot of people are milking the negative Star Wars thing, and I'm really trying not to. But like I know that when if I do a video about something negative on Star Wars, like I'll be covering the Ryan Johnson Gamergate thing tomorrow. It's gonna do well because there's that sentiment right now. And like the thing is, the way I view it is like I look at like Ryan Johnson talking about Gamergate and stuff like that. I'm like, look, there's a fucking opportunity there to have a conversation about what it is. Like what it is really. And obviously it's not going to happen now, but it's like I got to hope for that to be a thing. So I can't sit there and completely shit on the guy. So I mean, I don't so like world class bullshitters and Ethan Van Scriver and geeks and gamers and whatnot. They've got this thing that they're doing that I just don't support. And that's fine. That's the thing. And the outrage over Star Wars is going to die out pretty soon because there's not much else going on right now. Solo was a flop. It's going to come out on DVD here pretty soon. I think it's September is what I'm hearing. And it's going to end up, that's it. Once it's out, it's it, you know? Like there's nothing until December of next year. We learned, like the movies, the spin-off films have been you know, kind of put in this weird holding pattern and shit. So, it's one of those things, man. What's up, Blackhawk? Holy fucking shit, dude. Where have you been? Where the fuck have you been, dude? Fuck, man. I thought you were like dead. I'm talking to you forever. I'm actually getting ready to log off too. We'll have to fucking we'll have to like play on get everyone together for some Division 2 on X or on whatever the fuck it is. PlayStation. You just gave Last Jedi and Netflix a thumbs down. That's good. So oh man. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find a comment here that I think I overlooked. All right. Let's see. Regarding In Search of, part of me expected that the ending, but didn't take it too cliche. Yeah. I wanted there to be a weird fucking ending. Like I wanted it to be like a oh, this really is just two dudes in this whole thing. Let's see. It's almost 10 a.m. Henry. Yeah, you should start work, man. I gotta go to bed so I can go and fucking get up in the morning and take care of my kid. So she woke me up like at 6:30 this morning. So I'm actually pretty fucking tired. So In Search of is just horrible. That is your opinion, Mundane Rat. That's okay. You're like my weird counter ego. So, I would expect you to not like anything that I like. So clearly you must hate sex and really, really, really love men. That's okay. It's there's a life out there for everybody, sir. Let's see here. Um, do I have an Xbox One? I do. When's Mr. Repsion? I don't know when's Mr. Repsion. I know he's around. I've talked to him since he got back from Iceland and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna get going, guys. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a while. Thank you everyone for the super chats. That was awesome. Helps out right now. I'm not even kidding when I say the amount of money I made on super chats tonight, literally more than what I've been making the last couple days on YouTube. That's how bad things have gotten. But it's mostly July. It should pick up in August. But that being said, I want to stream more, obviously, and do more of this shit. This has been a blast. Hopefully the audio sounded good. I know there's a couple of mess ups with some weird interference, which I'm still trying to figure out, but I'm using an XLR mic now. That's a lot nicer. And then I'll be back with another video tomorrow. If you guys want to, if you haven't already checked out Mundane Chats, which is my vlog, there's I'm gonna do a thing on there about Anita Sarkeesian. If you want to get the full uncut story of the last 6 years, that will be going up once I record it and check it out. In the meantime, have a great one, guys. Don't do anything stupid unless you're using a condom, and have a good one.